Good Sir Slumperd, you said we're starting off prior to the looting.
Yeah, so since it's been a bit since last session, bit of a recap. You went into the sleeping. All of you went into the sleeping woods to rescue the Viscount Anthony Pearson from a group of night hags calling themselves the Potion Makers. As you did so, on your way there, you met the sleeping tree or the lurking tree, who showed Hephe and Teak a vision of a chest when they asked it about if it could help them. And as you went towards there, you met a young boy named Henry. Henry was also going to the same, shed, and knew the way better than you, so you followed him. And as you got there, as Henry entered, he immediately fell unconscious. You got attacked by a couple of spirits, and you found out the shed was owned by a necromancer. At first, you left there quite peacefully after the necromancer gave you what was in the chest, which was a bunch of monocles that allow you to see into the ethereal plane. But upon reconsidering it, you decided to attack him, and you managed to basically curb stomp him to death.
Curb stomp him to death.
I mean, for most of that fight, he was lying on the ground, and you were just hitting at him.
I'm actually just imagining that JoJo Bizarre's Adventure meme where the guy sips his tea and then is immediately also stomping on the guy.
That's basically that.
I was imagining Office Space. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
Yep.
no, only for
Same
one
difference.
out of the three. One out of the 3 rounds, he was actually on the ground. The first round, he was too distracted by a kobold begging for his life.
First round, he was distracted. Second round, he was knocked on the ground. Third round, he missed his turn and was still on the ground.
Oh, I thought in the third round he got up and did his
Never
thing.
sleep on
No, that was
command.
the fourth round.
Oh.
Because one round he spent literally just dropping his book. He did not
Yeah.
get up. We can.
So
take the
yeah,
call
he
on that.
spent a half of the fight laying on the ground while you guys hit him.
He deserved it.
And
Look at all these dead people.
with that, that's also an important part. When you beforehand, when you spoke with him, he told you that when you wear the monocles and you take the roads at the back of the shed, it's the monocles will help you find where the hags live and not get lost in the mist.
And by that you mean if we fail our save, we'll have a compulsion to go that way, right?
Well, yeah, that was what was happening first, but when you were talking to him, he also just told you that the road on the back of the thing will lead there, and you'll need the monocles to not get lost on the way.
Wasn't funny enough. I'm not a bard.
Oh,
And
sorry,
there's
something else.
also a question I want to ask you: who all was wearing a monocle? Because I don't remember.
I am.
Decorm?
I'm pretty sure that everyone we had present put on a monocle and we swapped them to ignore the path, and then we gave at least Teak one of the non-enchanted ones because he gave us 2 that did not have that side effect. And then we took however many we had left. We're like, hey, remove curse later and sell these things.
That
also,
was the thought.
We convinced a mimic to come with us, apparently.
You hadn't talked to him yet.
I thought we had already convinced him to come with us.
Did you?
Oh no!
I thought you just convinced.
He tried.
Oh, maybe.
Tried in battle. In battle, Ezra talked to him and like, do you want more metal and come with us? And he
that could be.
seemed responsive to that.
Yeah. Now that you say it, I do remember him being saying something along the lines of, "Better with you than to wait." Oh yeah, he was making the he was weighing, like staying here and seeing how many people and how much metal he would get here versus traveling with you. And you managed to convince him that you would give him more metal than he would get by staying here. At least that's how I remember it.
I just remember, for some reason I left the last session. I'm not going to pretend to remember exactly what was said or anything. I just remember having the impression that he was coming with us already. And I'm like, oh no, did I misremember that? So
No, that's fair.
I was
That's,
just, oh no.
as I said, it's been a while, so I've also forgotten a lot of things.
Yep. Water and blue.
So, with that, after combat, you stand among more pools of dead ghosts. And what do you do?
Well, I have the ritual book that I'd be reading, like that Asri would be looking through at the moment to see what all it held in it. That's all she's gonna be doing, I think, at the moment.
Decorm is just gonna stand full adrenaline. Holy shit. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did not expect this to go well. But kudos to us. We did it.
Here.
Very well done, everybody. Ooh, those look like some fancy shoes. I'm gonna get those. Anybody mind?
Get yourself some fancy shoes, Decorum. There was also the Cape of Arachnidia, wasn't there?
There is.
Yep.
That's what it was.
In the end, I think we landed on you grabbing that. You did like capes and...
Yeah, that was the one I was running around like flapping in. I have a question for DM. Would this cloak give Hephe a climbing speed equal to his walking speed since he is a four-legged creature? And like, I just want to make sure he gives him all the same buffs.
It would work for him.
We talked...
I think the last time we imagined it as just every time at one point people aren't looking, and then when they look, suddenly he has climbed it and nobody knows how he did it.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Imagining a
Because
centaur galloping up.
We did talk about that, though. I think Hephe, at least at the time, he might have changed his mind on that, wanted you to have it because you had the capability to stealth a lot better than he could.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I as a player character wanted to keep that in mind because it requires attunement, but I can also disattune it to give it to Hephe if I feel there's a point where we're gonna having a lot of like vertical climbing or hard climbing surfaces where I think he would have trouble. And I just wanted to keep it in mind and make sure.
Yep,
That's true. And
yeah.
if you want to send in a gecko rogue, Fluke's also good for that.
Yeah, there's just making sure we know what its use is.
If there's ever a time where these hooves weren't meant for climbing vertical walls, you guys can scale it. I can't do that so easily. So maybe if we come to a situation like that, you just give me the.
That's the exact
cloak
reason
and
I
I just-
wanted.
How did you
imagine
get up
we're
there?
going through a dungeon, and then we find just the only exit is a ladder, and we're just like,
All right, Hephe, we've been waiting. We knew this day would come. Come here and get the cloak on.
Honestly, a ladder, I would see Hephe do that like mountain goat style.
Oh my god, I just now imagine Hephe is the exception. White boys can jump.
I'm a horse. Horses can't climb ladders.
But we can leap over the ladder.
30 feet in the air.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just gotta get your standing jump capability is good.
There you go. There you go.
So with that,
My
Decorm is getting himself some fancy boots. What's the rest of you doing?
What was the wand? I think that's the only thing we didn't know about.
The wand is just a quite regular arcane focus.
It's just a fancy piece of stick.
Yeah.
"Who would have wanted anything?"
I'm gonna look at Teak because I think Teak's the only person that didn't get anything, and they could actually use it. Go ahead.
Teak is standing kind of like awkwardly next to the flamingo that disappears, and she's like, you guys, this was a bad guy, right? I mean, it's fine that I killed this one.
Yes, Teak. It's okay that we killed him. He He was working on killing others and violating their life by making them come back. He was a bad guy and he deserved what he got.
Okay. I mean, I was just checking. I'm still kind of new to the whole killing thing. Doesn't really feel good at all. But okay. So what if?
Don't worry about it. You did the right thing.
Okay. Hey, so what if you got? What is that thing? And I take the wand and I like turn it around in my hands, and I'm like, It's quite well made, but could be better. Oh, I could make it better. Can I have this?
Would you be able to make it better?
I could enhance it. I could probably take some arcane runes, and if I take the right combination and take some time to focus on it, I can probably do a bit more damage. I'm not really sure I should, but yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it, T. I wasn't 100% sure on fighting this guy either, but it worked out okay. And I mean, I don't know how bad of a guy he was, but he certainly wasn't a good guy. He said just to, like, he's like flinging the sword around, getting used to using a rapier. Probably been a while for him. Just like, I'm used to this though. I like this right here.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to have it if you would. Napoli?
Right.
Yeah, you can have it.
Thanks. And he takes it and pockets it. For now.
Okay.
So just wand I add to my inventory, or
Yeah, it's an arcane focus, however, it's just a regular one, so you put that in however you want to.
I think there's actually an item called wand. So
No,
just-
yeah, it's arcane focus, and that can be a wand or a staff or whatever.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of a wand.
This music's a little too epic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So after that, I'll probably walk inside to the mimic.
Okay.
You get a mimic pet.
Yeah, we're gonna get a mimic pet.
No, you specifically gonna get yourself a mimic pet.
I like how me and Teak were talking about pets earlier. Just like foreshadowing
me.
that we didn't know about.
Once we get our long rest on. Actually, hold on. That is something Asri will do now that she's had a few minutes to read through the book. Does it look like you would have anything like that would store like spare like incense or anything around here? Like where you keep his like magical supplies to cast spells?
Yes, actually. In the box where you also kept all those butchers' clothing and all that.
Which was this one here.
Yeah, there's a smaller box in it which has a bunch of like basic arcane components.
Yes.
And as you go through it, you actually also find a couple of what are called spools of silk string.
Yes, I will take that. It's not a specific item within the compendium. Okay. I need to stop doing that.
So, can we go back now?
Well, Teak is still walking to the mimic, right?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for
So-
people maybe to respond to the card. I'm not sure.
As you approach, he is looking at you. and kind of that same like dog seeing a treat eyes as he had before.
So I walk towards him and I say, "Hi, Mr. Bucks. So nice to see you again. I was just wondering. I mean, your owner, he's not going to be able to feed you anymore. Would you like some more food?
Correct.
You could come with us and we can feed you if you want. We're bound to find some sorts from time to time. What's your favorite? What's your favorite type of metal?
I usually just get the rusty one, so I'm not sure that I do like the rust on it, but maybe like if they don't have any rust on it, it would taste better. Not sure. I haven't had much without it.
I pull out one of my hand axes. It's probably quite new because it's never been used before. And I like hold it out towards him. Like, have you ever tried one of these?
Yes, but a lot more broken, and often like the wood would be like either broken or removed or just be splinters, and like, there would be little chips out of it.
Uh-huh. You don't like the wood?
Yeah, it's alright. You need your vegetables.
Asri looks at him and like smiles, like, you know, I like that. That was the wrong voice. I like that. I forgot I'm not Nafi today. I'm Asri. My apologies.
So, I like, give it a taste. And I hold out a hand axe to him.
His tongue snatches out and he just grabs the entire thing in one bite. I think I prefer the rest.
Well,
I
okay.
prefer the rest.
We can find you.
Food's
some
gotta
rest.
have seasoning.
Would you
Exactly.
like to come with us? Can you come with us?
I used to, but then for a long time I couldn't, and he starts like his form starts completely shifting, and he looks at you, Teak, because he's speaking with you. Let me see, what do you have on you that he could? He transforms in a bedroll.
Transforms into a
Bedroll.
Bedroll.
bedroll. Wow, this is really impressive. Can you do it?
Are you a good roll or a bad roll?
That's like way scarier than a chest, too.
For a long
Like,
time I
puts it
couldn't
on. Oh my
do
God.
this, and he starts like switching again, and he transforms one of the closets in the others in the room.
Oh, he transforms into one of the closets.
Yeah. Like he says, I think he did something. So I couldn't transform for a long time, and like at this point he just starts transforming into random objects that get within his vision, as kind of like stretching his legs almost.
You. I like look over at Teak. I'm like, Teak, I'm telling you, of all the things you've done, I actually would count killing this guy probably as a good thing. He's a murderer, getting people tricked to go into bogheads, and enslaving people.
Yeah. He made his own creation sentient. I mean, that's kind of bad.
It made it sentient enough to understand its misery and woefulness. This is...
That's not nice. That's not
No.
nice. So, Mr. Bucks, can I call you Mr. Bucks?
I thought you called me Mr. Chest. Mr.
Mr.
Box is also okay. I don't know. I don't have a name. Do I have a name? I don't remember a name.
Sounds kind of nice. It sounds better, I think, than Mr. Chest. Is Mr. Bucks okay?
Sure.
Mr. Bucks, would you like to come with us?
Sure.
I would really like it if you want to.
You have more of those? Well, yes, you do. I can see them. Yes, I will come with you.
Give me food.
Nods a bit, it's like, leave some ball bearings out.
Oh yeah, we should get some of those next time we're in a.
Oh yeah, they would be like his treats. We could give him them whenever he gets a little peckish.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
I am always a little peckish.
Rust on them.
I give him one of my arrows when he says that. And then we can nibble the arrowhead.
You can see some gears turning in the back of his mind.
So Tik is like, did someone use a fire spell at a certain moment last time?
I don't think so.
Can I find some charcoal around?
Oh.
I'm not sure. Maybe. Did she use the flamethrower?
What is
Last time?
this one here? The flamingo.
It was the Force Blitz after all.
But the fight before that, you also used one of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it would be a bit far-fetched to say that I picked up some charcoal back then.
Oh wait, that's that fight again. Yeah, that's a bit farther back. So no charcoal around here then.
Okay. So maybe there's some sand on the ground or something. What's the ground looking like?
Well, in the shed itself, it's mostly dried blood and dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounding it's a combination of dirt and grass and leaves and twigs and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So I pick up some of the dirt and I try to find like the cleanest wall. And I basically start drawing like basically sort of like a box, kind of the chest that he already was, but with like lots of tiny little feet below it. Like 100 little tiny feet below.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
And I look at him and I say, "Can you transform into this?"
Yeah. I can, and he transforms into a well with the same drawing on it.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Is everyone? I would like to say, is everyone finding everything they want from this place? All right, because I think I'd rather looking down at remembering there's all these dead.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of the.
Yeah, and
bodies
seeing the little tic-tacs that were once waving in her face, Azri's like, all right, I think we're done here. At least I am. Goodbye, I'm leaving this room now. Bam. And she's gone.
Are we ready to go back?
Back? Aren't we going to the path that he said?
Which?
Hopefully we might get a rest somewhere, but, whatever we gotta do.
Honestly, I completely forgot about it. I mean, this been a real nice time. This has been a good story. I can't wait to tell people about it in the bar. Is there a bar nearby?
Azri will look at Decorm, back at him.
I think Azri's a bar.
What?
I think Azri is a bar.
Explain the joke, Hephe.
You got alcohol.
Am I a place where men gather?
I look at you.
Looks back. Waiting for an answer.
I look around us.
Decorm will laugh very loud and pat Azrael on the back and just sort of like ha 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 and start walking in the hoping she joins.
She's like,
he's not going in a
not
specific
actually, like,
direction, he's
upset.
just going
This is
somewhere.
This is the over dramatic upset. Like, oh my God, I see how it is. That's what you think of me, Hephe. She'll hand as she does that. She'll hand her flask over to Decorum.
As people start walking, Mr. Box will transform back into a chest, but now with two little legs on the bottom of it, and will start walking outside.
We don't have to carry him! Oh my God, I thought we were gonna carry him! This is even better!
Oh, okay, I find this important. What kind of legs? As I'm just imagining two just bare human legs.
Yeah, it's basically that, but like from only the knee, like everything below the knee is only what he has. Like they aren't full legs.
So for some reason, without it bending and walking around, it's mildly less disturbing.
It's because waddling is cute.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's why people like kobolds. They have a unique waddle.
I just want to picture that it's a chest.
A lot
like,
of weapons on me now. Just remember that.
I'm John, not Azri.
Instead of having
That's
a waist,
fair, that's
it
fair.
just has a chest.
I swear to God, you're not a bard. Stop it.
Are you
That
a
was good,
waist
actually.
man or a chest man?
Clearly, Mr. Box is a chest man.
No, he's a box man, so clearly he's a waist man.
So, where do we walk? What do we see?
Where do you walk?
Face palm.
I was talking about.
happy right now.
Sorry, not sorry.
I want to know what the black spool is going to be used for. A spool of black silk.
Oh, what time of day is it? It's getting pretty late, isn't it?
If you travel there, then actually, yeah, it would be pretty late. It would be close to dawn. Is it right?
No.
Dawn
We didn't
is
walk
or
Really?
no, that's the wrong dawn then. Dusk. It's
Dusk.
close to dusk.
Oh,
By the
D.
way, just so we're sure, two things. Have we opened up all the chests?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and the second thing, have we got enough monocles for everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
We've got more than enough.
That's all I wanted to know. Let's get on our way then.
I think we should go follow the path a little bit and
Set up
then
camp.
sleep.
I agree. I think sleep is a good idea.
I do agree with that.
All right, then
Agree
let's
with
do
that,
it.
yes.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay.
Azri
Ooh,
will
can I have
help
watch
you
with
stay.
Fluke?
Okay,
Can
well,
I?
we're gonna sleep first, I suppose.
I mean, you can just set up the watches how you want to, so you can. But
Yeah, now he's saying that out loud to the group.
yeah,
What?
Can I have watch with Fluke?
Oh, you have watch. Sure. Can I have third watch?
Sure.
Is anyone taking third watch with me, or is Teak and Hephe taking second?
Teak will take third watch with you,
Oh,
I guess.
okay. Hephe, you're on your lonely.
then Thargorak will stay up with Hephe.
I forgot about Thargorak. I 100% forgot about my big beefy boy.
I knew there was a reason we had two non-cursed monocles. Teak and Dargarak are the ones that have the not cursed ones.
Okay, so
So-
as you travel onward because you were gonna travel on for a little bit before setting up camp, right? Or
Correct.
okay.
Yep.
Enough time to get the fuck away from there.
You travel into with the monocle on. It now all seems for you like a very clear path that is there, and as you can see, the path is basically it would be like normal forest as it were, but when looking into the ethereal realm, you can see these like sometimes it's mosses, sometimes it's spider webs that kind of create this road. What's it called? These they create the path as it were, and as you travel onwards, your vision start to get kind of blurry, as it kind of starts to seem like the air above a fire, as it were. And for those who try it out, if you like close the eye, which is looking through the monocle, you can see that in the non-ethereal plane, you can see a very thick mist everywhere. But when you look through the ethereal plane, you don't see the mist, you just see this like slight blurring.
All right, guys. Do we actually want to keep going this way with that, or do we want to back up a little bit and get a little bit of rest in first?
Well, considering the amount of blur we're having, not going to be very conducive for spotting ambushes.
You're not wrong. Hephe, where do you vote? Hephe?
I'm sorry, I was a bit distracted there. What's the vote?
On whether we should continue forward with all this mist and fog to find a place to camp up ahead, or backtrack a smidge to find a place a little bit and watch the fog as we're on, or watch this mist while we're taking our rests.
I think we should head back a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to fight nothing that we don't have to. I don't want to put ourselves in any risk.
Alrighty, in that case, Teak, Decorm.
I mean, I could use some rest.
Yes, but did you want to go forward a little more or backtrack a little?
I feel it would be better to back just like a little.
Making sure.
If people come towards us.
Alrighty, Decorm, are you okay with that as well?
I think it would be better to get ahead. No, of course not. Let's go back.
She blinked for a couple seconds. I want you to know she stopped. She's like, Decorum. You're becoming less. I can tell less and less when you are joking. And it's not fun for me.
Well, here's the trick. When I tell a joke, I squint my eyes.
How much? I, as John, just was like, God damn it, Decorum. As we were like, I'll keep an eye out for it. Thograk, assume you're okay with heading back a little bit?
He'll agree, but he's a little bit pouty about this being the second time you got on this path and then backtracked. But he'll agree. He agreed both times with doing it, so he's not gonna complain too loud. But
it's one of those. I think he realizes that I asked everyone else first, and we all voted, and he's like, God damn it.
like he knows it's the better option, but he's also like, are we gonna go this path back again? Okay, of course, sure, why not?
Gotcha. Okay.
He's being a minotaur about it.
Yeah.
He's being a minotaur about it. I charge forward, not back. So yeah, in that case, sounds like we're all going to set up camp.
Okay.
A little bit.
The first watches were Ezra. No, that was the third watches.
Yep.
Who had first
Fluke
watch?
and Decorum.
Oh yeah, Fluke and Decorm. So is there anything you want to talk about during your watch? And otherwise, it's both a perception check of both of you or one of you with advantage.
I mean, mine's not great, but it's still worth rolling. And I say we roll two separates. What do you think? Unless perception is terrible.
You roll.
Okay.
The
Mine's not
Decorm is
amazing,
just
but I do have proficiency.
Decorm is looking into the fire.
See, this is what you get.
I mean, it's 6 better than Decorum's roll, so than Decorum's modifier, I should say. So
It's 6. Wow.
Got a -2.
Hey, that's starting to go somewhere. Apparently, went into his wisdom.
My lord.
if you hadn't noticed.
Well, fair. Fluke will talk a little bit. It's just like, you know, I was thinking about talking about this with Ezra, but I guess you'd have an perspective. I don't know how to put this. You ever seen someone that's kind of a good person, but you're at odds, so you have to fight them anyway.
Wait, you were talking to me?
Yeah.
Thank you, Decky.
Yep.
So, a good person that you had to kill?
Yeah, kinda, but it's like they're not that bad. They're well, I don't know. I'm probably describing this badly, but I feel like I'm on the reverse end of that after that guy we just fought. I mean, he obviously wasn't a good person, but I'm wondering if just like I don't know. I've met a few drows. Necromancy might just be part of their culture. I mean, he was just taking bodies. It's not like I don't know. I just don't know if I should feel bad if we managed to murder nicest necromancer. That makes sense.
We live in a scary world. People get killed. There's no worry to be sad about it. I mean, I know this person, my uncle. He believes he's the best person in the world. He believes he's the bee's knees, that everybody loves him. Honestly, he's a prick, a dick, and anything in between. I would kill him if I had a chance. I don't. He thinks he's a good person. I think he sucks. It's all relative.
It's your realm.
Yeah.
True.
Luke will lean back a little bit, just like, yeah. I mean, I know a few pricks that are actually good folks. Most of them, actually. Yeah.
Oh,
I guess.
thank you.
You know, I wasn't thinking about you, but you do qualify. Okay, let's put it this way. You are not the most jackass golden dragonborn I have met.
You've known more Dragonborn? Golden?
Oh yeah, I was on this pirate ship. It was a whole thing, but captain dies. Gold Dragonborn was the first mate. So like this Genasi was being a dick to some slaves, so I threw a rock at him. And then he went up and the Dragonborn came coming down. It was just like, stop hiding, you little coward. You're turning against the crew. And I'm just like... Then he told me after the things had been settled and he became the captain, he said everyone was free to leave, but if they stayed, they swore a blood oath and they were in it to the death. So I jumped in a lifeboat and just left. It was an utter ass.
Decorm is gonna point with his nail to the insignia of the symbol on his armor, which is a dragon claw holding up a ship. And he's gonna ask, "Does this look familiar to you?"
I'm gonna tilt this out a bit.
Because
think
you
so.
lived in Rubel, right, Fluke?
Oh, that's true.
So then you would know the symbol. It's the symbol of a very powerful and large noble family. And though ships or like the trading business through ships isn't their main source of income or anything, they do have quite a large fleet, more to show off than to use an awful lot.
No, it's just like, oh yeah, I know that, but it wasn't related. This was like morally gray pirate ship. They got firebombed by a drow. It's, I don't know. I don't like thinking about it. It was a bad first job. This one has not gone well. It has gone better.
Well, that's good to hear. Fluke, I'm gonna be honest. And I'm gonna deny it if you ever tell anybody.
These
You are
perky
by
ears
far
over
the
that,
coolest
like, they
person.
sound juicy.
You are by far the coolest person in this group.
Gonna put a hand to his chest, just like, aww. Like, I don't even know if I would say that. I mean, Ezra is pretty interesting.
What the? What? No. That
Look,
was just
you're
a
the
soldier.
only other person Fluke would consider quote-unquote cool. Hefe's a big, lovable giant, and Teek's
fair.
a pure child dork. You in Fluke's eyes are kind of his murder buddy, for lack of a better word.
While I respect that, and Azri would probably have to agree with you there, I think Teek's pretty cool because of invention. She's a different. She's like the professor. I can't remember his name, but Robin Williams in Flubber. Like all these cool ass inventions, you know.
Oh, I as a player love Teek, but you gotta understand.
But I get where you're coming from as Fluke.
Fluke just sees her as the more sheltered child, just like. So again, it's like she came out of private school and he came out of public school.
I completely get that.
Azrae, not very smart. I've talked about her with this. Do you know of her ambition to join the Bastion?
Not really. I don't think that's come up.
Well, she does, and no good thing can come from such organizations.
Not wrong.
Luke will stretch out by the fire, just like, it's just nice to really get out and make some personal stories. I mean, I've already got a signature weapon. I was taught not to get overly greedy. I admit I was with you not wanting to fight that guy, but it was a group decision, and so it worked out, even if it might not should have.
We killed a fucking necromancer. That's epic. That's the story of legends.
Suppose that's true. How'd you like my acting at the start of there, by the way? Did I fool you for a second? I warned you guys. I was
Amazing.
wondering if you would.
Amazing.
remember.
I'm gonna be honest. For a couple of seconds, I was ready to kill you. I thought this little fucker.
I mean, nothing feels.
But you did
better
very,
than
very well.
after just yapping in their ear and sniveling, and then just pulling out a dagger and stabbing at them. It feels really good. The look in their eyes just.
It was. Fluke, what do you think about this? Hear me out. Rubel, dominator of necromantics. That's a nice ring to it.
I suppose so. I mean, I'm already naming things with nice rings. I'm already naming the sword. I mean, Yin Blade's nice and all, but I like a little more alliteration.
What you got in mind?
Well, since you'll look at the sleeping people, since you people keep forgetting keep misnaming my adventuring guild. You know, the place where I grew up and all my loved ones are.
What's your
like a
favorite?
sarcastic look. I think I'll name the sword after what you named it wrong, what you named the group wrong, so that name actually has meaning. Pull it out and give it a flourish, just like Fate's Fortune. Or no, I don't want to get them mixed up. No, crap. Now I'm getting them mixed up out of character.
Can I
Fortune's
One of them's
For a
from
little
another
duel?
campaign, Clow. It gets confusing.
Yeah. Fortune's favor.
can I tempt you for a little duel?
I mean, I'm a little roughed up after that last fight, but we're going to maybe near the end of our watch. Sure, I'm still getting used to using rapiers again. I actually only learned them to duel with. I liked using my double-bladed little short swords, just blending, so to speak. But I've also gotten used to, just kind of. You know how you put your hand behind your back when you're getting into a nice stance rapier? Getting used to keeping a dagger there and flashing it out every now and again.
Type.
Well, if you ever want to train, know I'm here. I'll defeat you, but I'm happy to help.
Let's get home first. How about that? And then we'll pick a day where we're not doing anything, and we'll just we'll have Hephe on standby to make sure none of us bleed out, and we'll have a good time about it. We can either do dual rapiers, or we can do weapons of choice, though I will warn you, if we're doing that, probably going to see a little dagger every now.
I got a nickname for you, based on your excellent performance. Are you ready?
Strokes his chin suspiciously, but nods.
Luke. Betrayer of bitches.
Did you say betrayer of bitches?
Sure did.
He just looks confused. He is missing the joke on that one.
I'm missing half the joke, I feel.
Just let it sink in, and Decorm will start looking to the fire again.
Yeah, that'll probably end our conversation. Did anything sneak up on us during our very distracted watch?
Nope. At least not that you saw.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Wake up the Centaur and the Minotaur and go the fuck to bed.
Okay.
The Sin and the Mentors.
Hephe, is there anything you want to talk about with Thargorak? Or do you also just want to go to perception checks and then move on?
I think we'll just for tonight just go perception checks and move on.
Okay. I think he will just make his own perception check. Oh, wow, you rolled.
Funny.
So it's a 25 and a 22. The two of you are very sure that nothing is sneaking up on you.
No, we are safe as can be.
Damn.
Solemn
son.
boys know what's going on.
Then, okay, I'll look at those messages later.
Sorry.
No, this might. When you wake up, Teak, Hephe, you notice that she is sleeping not very well, very restless, and is like sweating and moving a lot.
Does it seem like the nightmares that we experienced at the river?
It has similarities, but when that happened, you literally saw ghosts standing over the people when they were sleeping, and you don't see those.
Okay, then I'll just gently nudge her awake and be like, Teak, you okay? It's time for watch, and you're kind of freaking out. You okay?
Hi. Yeah, just bad dreams, that's all. Nothing to worry about, just go to bed. You'll be fine.
I want to insight if it's truly nothing to worry about.
Make an insight check and Teak GM roll either deception or persuasion.
Oh, sorry.
That would be the 6.
Yeah.
Well, Teak, what does he learn with a 13 insight?
She's not telling the truth. There is something to worry about. But,
have I had if I cast a spell, would it regenerate or would it be gone forever?
The spell's lost forever. No. If you're talking about rest, I'm gonna count for this part the spells will regenerate after the watches.
But I'm pretty sure that I've already used all my second level spells. I already had done a level up process from last week. So I don't think I can do calm emotions, so I was going to do calm emotions, but I can't do it, so that doesn't matter. Then I'm just going to say, Teak, you know you can talk to me, right? What's troubling you?
yeah, I know. I mean, it's not really late. Just get your sleep. It'll be fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
I'm gonna pick her up and put her on my shoulders and start walking around the fire slowly.
Has anyone woken Asri up yet?
Yeah, I'd say that the Minotaur has done that.
She will
Sorry,
stop
Derek.
cuddling Fluke and then wake up. Hephe? Could you looking up? What's going on over here? Yeah. Deke, are you okay?
Teek's trying to say that she's okay, but she's not, and I'm gonna get her to talk about it.
Oh.
I just had a bad dream. It'll be fine. Just go to bed. You need your sleep.
Yeah,
What was the dream
We'll talk
about?
tomorrow.
May I insight to see? Just for the same... Like, maybe this is just literally just a bad dream, and while it may be bothering her, it could just be one of those things that nothing could be done about.
Sure. You can also make an insight check, and then T can tell you what you learned from that.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. You basically get the feeling there's something going on, but Teak just wants everyone to have a good night's rest. So she's like, we'll talk later.
If Hephe promises to go to bed and get a good night's sleep now, will you tell everyone in the morning so you only have to cover it once?
Yes.
Insight.
I'm asking for a promise, so she's either gonna keep it, or she's gonna, this is Teak, so I have no reason to believe why she wouldn't keep a promise.
That's fair.
I'm still inciting.
Hey, that's fine.
She's telling the truth.
Okay, then I'll gently take her off my shoulders and put her back down on the ground, pat her head, and go up against it somewhere to fall asleep.
Well,
Okay.
in that case, Teak, let's say we take your mind off of whatever is bothering you. You're one of those, what's the word, and I'm not meaning this in any way derogatory, bookworms, correct?
Yeah, I don't think it's derogatory at all. I actually think it's kind of a compliment.
Even better. I will pull out the ritual book, or sorry, his book, the necromancer, and I will pull out a bunch of incense, and I will say, there's a few spells in here I would like to study and learn, and I think you might just be the person to help me out here.
Can you do spells?
I would like to.
Oh, I would like to do that. I was planning on going into this book anyway, so let's do it together. Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I was gonna just basically, because I believe I need 10 GP worth of charcoal or incense to do that for find familiar, correct?
I think
I was
something
looking
like
at the
that.
component part. Yeah, it is 10.
Okay.
Good. I found that incense earlier. Is it enough?
I'm gonna say it is enough. Both of you make arcane checks and make perception checks with disadvantage, as you're this point more busy with like figuring out the spells and everything than.
Yeah, fair enough.
15. And then arcane is 11.
Oh. 23. Oh, nice.
And then the perception with disadvantage.
Oh, and take it from gem rolls.
I'm still GM rolling.
Yeah.
Back to
Yep. That's all good. I heard you had a 23 on the arcane, so that's all I care about
23 and
there.
15 on perception.
We both got 15s. Yay.
Mhm.
Okay.
First time Teak has a decent perception throw.
So, Ezra, with your 11 arcane, as the two of you go through it, it hasn't been truly written in code, but it has been written with like a lot of shorthands and like quick reminders, more from self, that this is obviously a book that was never meant to be read by someone else. But over the course of your shift, Ezra, you managed to learn all the cantrips in the book, and the 2 ritual spells from your ability. And Teak, you learn all but one of the things that are there. So I'm gonna put it in the thing. So at some point, it starts like at the beginning, like when Teak is explaining things about magic, Ezra, you can follow it, but when she gets to the first level spells already, it starts getting a bit difficult for you. And then as soon as she gets to the second level spells, you just can't follow it at all anymore. But Teak, you managed to get through all the way through the 5th level spells.
That's pretty rad.
You do manage. You do also find a very complex ritual that even at this point you still can't figure out exactly how it works and what it does. But you do figure that it has something to do with how he gave Henry like a mind of his own.
That's pretty cool.
The spell list should be in the items right now.
Fantastic.
Item list. Item list, you said?
Yeah, among under characters or under mobs, I'm not sure how your list looks.
Oh, yeah. And you
yeah.
said I got to learn the ritual spells there?
Yeah.
Which is, I believe, going to be that last one. Oh, sweet, I get that alarm.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, then I would ask for, because I'm going to upload this picture to the Discord real quick.
Yeah.
Lord Chonkers, first
Oh.
of kind, last of the realm.
This one, yeah.
Of course.
Lord Chonkers, first of his kind, last of the realm.
Oh,
I've been
yes.
talking about this literally since I got that
Yeah.
book, and I leveled up to, half a month ago.
Okay.
Everyone's getting a pet lately.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted Teak to get the mimic. I'm getting this.
Meanwhile, Fluke just cries alone.
Aw.
Fluke is also my pet. He's my murder pet. Azriwood does
You
not
are the
think of him
pet.
like that at all.
I know he does. It is funny though. Kobolds are the pets. They don't get them.
going to-
There you are.
Realize I need to show that picture on screen real quick.
Yeah, it's
In the meantime, Slump, the DC behind it, is it like a DC you need to like roll to see if you are able to cast a spell?
no. That's DC to translate it and understand what the spell is. Sorry, that was more for me than for you. To be able to cast the spells, they need to be. You need to have the correct spell level, and they need to be on your spell list.
Yeah, okay. So you said there was one I didn't get?
Yeah.
Is that like my choice, your choice? What's the deal there?
Oh
think
no,
it's more your
there is one so this they shall understand what you see. There's one like was one DC 25 that one you missed.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And then to re-verify, you said we also got the cantrips?
Yeah. But you like you need to have access to the spell like through your spell list. And like the cantrips are you of course don't need the spell slots for, but as a monk for you you wouldn't be able to
I just want to make sure, because you
Use
said I learned them earlier, and I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, so sorry, what I meant with
no, I
learned
get what you mean now.
yeah.
I understand
Okay.
what you mean. If I had magic to cast them, I could cast it through myself, but I don't have that ability yet, so I can't. But if I ever gain...
yeah, what I meant is you understand the pages that describe the spell in the book.
Gotcha.
And I'll also show this guy on... Oh, that's a bit of a small image. Well, That's too bad. Can't fix it now.
So, Asri, did you get what I said? Like, can you use this?
Some of it. I'm not gonna pretend to have the deep education that you have. There are parts where you lost me there, and I was gonna just smiling and nodding. But and I will, as the last instant poofs out of existence, I will all of a sudden have my cat with wings. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Wow!
Lord Chonkas.
You did it?
Last was we.
Oh, I didn't change his name.
Wow. He's called Lord Chungus?
Lord Chonkers.
Lord Chunkers.
I will type it in the chat here for everyone again to see. Because this is literally what I've been saying for like the last 2 weeks. You can ask Ralgo.
I think you did show the picture yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to stick my hand out and like try to pet Lord Chunkers. Or I put up my hand next to his nose.
Mo.
With cats when you don't know them yet. Like, sniff my hand. Do you like my hand? This is me. This is my hand. This is me. Like that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Just kind of exist there and look at you and Mo.
Hi, I'm Teak. Nice to meet you. Wow, Esri, you just made this? How did you do this?
Cast that one there, and she's gonna point to the spell in it called Find Familiar.
Yeah. But you just like wave your hands or something?
You okay? So across this thing, we've been while you've been explaining this, we've been experimenting with the books, and I've been doing like learning that spell basically. So as was casting this, so Teak watched her ritual cast Find Familiar for like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably. But at the same time, she's just like really impressed.
Okay, I had to make sure that I was on the same page. Then my bad. But yeah, I guess this is great. She's just gonna, because the Himalayan cats are 2 feet 7 inches. How many? Let me convert for this to centimeters. 7. 78.74 centimeters long.
Wow, that's a big fucking cat.
Yeah, these are big cats with huge butterfly wings. So that's why this is a big ass cat. Just
yeah.
Mo.
Oh wow, Esri, this is so cool. This is so impressive. I can't do this stuff. I really can't. Well, I mean, I've just never been really good at it. I always, I was better at infusing stuff into like an item and then using the item, but I've never been able to like work out the different kind of movements with your hands and stuff.
I've seen you create a giant killer flamingo. Yeah. I think you make amazing things at Teak. I promise you. And then she's gonna go for the high five for making amazing magical stuff. Yes.
Yeah, she totally high fives you back.
I think across the learnings that we do across that would finish up our watch.
Okay.
Do we get attacked by something we didn't see?
Nope.
Yeah.
Your watch also goes on uneventfully, except for a lot of learning.
I
kind
of want to discuss something more.
Oh, go ahead.
Apologies.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I kind of skipped over anything you would want to do. You want to role play? No, Quinn, you don't get to.
So Teak basically after the high five, she's like, so we're cool again, right?
She'll sigh like, yes. I'm sorry for getting so upset about that. Please, no more loud explosions next to our tent in the middle of the night and then lying about it.
I'm sorry. I just never did something like that, and I basically didn't really lie. I just wanted to. I don't know. I've never really done like the typical university stuff, you know, like the pranks and stuff. I've always been more of the studying thing, and you know, this whole holiday is kind of like here I go again. I'm calling it a holiday while it really isn't. It kind of feels like it. I don't know. I just want to experience new stuff. I guess. I didn't know it would be so loud. Basically, I just tried to do some new stuff.
I'm gonna be honest with you on that one, Teak. That's beautiful and amazing, and I want you to experience that. But the biggest problem that I think upset me the most is that I could tell that you were holding something back on that, and if you're lying to me and it's obvious, it's gonna upset me, and that's a flaw on my part.
No, I mean, I kind of get it. I don't want to lie. I'm sorry. I should have just told you. I was just afraid that you would disagree. You wouldn't like it.
I will open her arms and bring you into a hug as you're talking.
I will very like I will enter the hug. Definitely. What's the English way of saying this? I've got no idea. I will
Return the hug.
I'll return the hug. Thank you.
And also on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Aww.
I didn't know what you were going for.
Me neither, but I was way ahead of you.
But I do want to hear the end of Teek's thing, because I've interrupted Quinn like 3 times now.
Have you?
I feel like I have, whether I have or haven't.
I reckon it's fine like this.
Okay.
Like Teak wouldn't want to finish her sentence after that.
Oh, gotcha. All right, we're hugging it out.
Yeah.
So as the rest of you wake up, there's a giant cat with butterfly wings in your camp, but otherwise everything seems normal.
Whoa.
If Luke is
What the
pointing
fuck
sword
is
at
that?
us, like, not more of this shit.
Mo. Hey, leave Lord Chonkus, first of his kind, last of the realm alone, Fluke. He's my familiar, thank you.
What the hell is it?
Mo. He is not an it. He is Lord Chonkers, first of his kind, last of the realm. Just as you are Decorm of Rubel. Wait, what does it say? Wait, I thought it was Master of Dominator of Necromantics. Hold on, Cherry just killed me without even meaning to.
What?
I did.
He used to be Master of Ceremonies, and I looked at his name, and it doesn't say Master of Ceremonies anymore. Sorry, Asri wouldn't know that. That just caught me off guard.
Yeah. He changed it while talking about it to Fluke.
Yeah.
I didn't know he changed his name though. Yeah.
Just as you are Decorum of Rubel, Master of Ceremonies, he is Lord Chonkus, first of his kind, last of the realm. Now, you can call him Lord Chonkus, just as we call you Decorum.
Can I ignore it?
Mo. The cat seems... he's like, yes, ignore me. Wow.
Teak is standing
Decorm doesn't have the insight for that.
He's shaking his head yes! Like, what do you... How much more insight... How low of an insight do you need for someone to shake their head yes at you?
Nod.
Sorry, nod, you're right. Nod your head yes. Shaking, I guess, means no, and...
Teak is standing there with, like, a very proud look on her face.
Ignore me!
Asri made this.
Tig helped! She helped translate the magics. Guys, why is learning magic so difficult? No wonder you had to go to fucking school for that shit. God, I've wondered why some of the wizard people I've met in my life hated people born with magic. Now I think I get it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I didn't have to learn a thing. He says smiling.
I didn't have to learn
Decorm
this
is
either,
gonna
you
hold
hair in
this.
your head.
I mean, I don't know. It
Decorm is gonna hold this claw out at Lord Jonkers.
Luke will actually just smile a bit and think about it, just like, Ezra, you're aware that we now both use magic. Like, hold out for a little fist bump.
She'll fist bump back. You said you're holding your cloud at Tronkers, like in a you're pointing at him, or like a for him to smell kind of thing, or?
For him to, yeah, just sort of like, skew.
Oh, shooing him. Gotcha.
Can I roll any kind of check to see if I've seen this kind of Fey-like being before?
Sure. Roll either nature or arcana check.
Oh, great. Both are terrible.
How are you a Fey being from the Fey Wilds and you're not good at either of those as a cleric too? I guess cleric's religion, that doesn't count.
With a 9, you
Decorm has a dumb stat of wisdom.
I see it.
you have seen cats, you have seen butterflies, you've never seen the two together.
And if you have a problem with that, Hephe and Decorm would gladly arm wrestle any of you.
I mean, why would I have a problem with butterflies and cats finding a way to live as one?
Especially since he's so adorable. And look at him. She's gonna stand next to him and like prop his cat arms over her shoulders and try to like, stand him up. He's only a few inches shorter than me. It's great.
I'm gonna go up to it. I'm gonna go, Mao.
He will immediately look at you. Mao? Mao.
Mao.
And I'm gonna assume that they're gonna just do this exchange for a little bit.
Yes.
Because I'm assuming that as so long as Hephe, because as so long as Chonkers does it, Hephe will do it, and it's vice versa.
Yes.
Just gonna look at Ezra. You're not going to alter that thing's form, right?
There was one other form written in the book about a monkey with wings I was thinking about. But I think I like the cats better.
Feel sure to let us know. Because familiars are kind of on our shit list right now. I will.
That's the reason why. And she's gonna pull open the book, and I don't know if it's in any other language or anything, but she's gonna point to the bit that would talk about this creature's ability to see invisible creatures. Like that's just it. This thing, this form can see invisible creatures. So big and lazy as it may be, no more bogheads sneaking up on us. And if we have to take the monocles off, no more of that shit either. Not realizing that invisible and the etheric realm are two different things.
I was about to say, but okay.
She learned magic, but she's not Teak.
She's not Teak, no.
Like, okay, I will not shoot your cat, but just remember, shoot first, ask questions later, with any wildlife around here.
Absolutely.
I just want to say,
I'm a dog
was a
person.
fucking candy shop for Teak. This was just freaking amazing.
Oh, the book.
Go on.
Yes, I thought that Ezra wanted to use the book as a ritual book, or did I misunderstand that?
Yes, I was, but right now it's like a timeshare where me and Teak are sharing it while she's
fair.
learning from it.
That's fair.
Yeah, Teak needs to make some stuff to use these things.
Yeah.
I'd say. Like, she wouldn't be able to use them right away.
Teak, let me know if there's any special spells in there, and she'll pull out the 2 spools of black silk that require these. These were set apart next to the component box that he had in there, so I'm assuming that one of those spells may need it. I'm just gonna throw it in with these for the time being, okay?
Yeah, sure. I need to dive some deeper into whatever we found and stuff to really know what everything, how everything works and stuff. But yeah, I'll let you know, definitely.
Alrighty.
Okay, and with that, I imagine you travel further?
Yes, into the mist.
Yeah, but I get all
Okay.
my health back too.
Yeah, you all have your long rests. Okay.
You cast Sending.
To who and what do you say?
I cast it to Chody.
Yeah, you
who's
told me
current-
that.
Yeah.
Let me look back at what you said.
You idiot! Oh, you told me about this.
And this is what I said.
Holy shit! Hold on. This is something you speak out loud into a short piece of copper wire, right?
No, that's a message.
Okay, because this also required a short piece of fine copper wire. I just didn't know if this is spoken out loud.
Don't think it is. I'm not sure actually.
Hephe with the not bringing it up, so he doesn't have to make deception rolls.
Why would I lie? I needed to tell. Hey, I got my own mission, man.
If at any time during the trip Teak will be sitting on the back of Hephe.
Give me 1 second for the response. I want to read something from sending first.
Sure. Sorry.
This is something that I would have done before we left camp, and this is probably something I would have done when I woke up for the Mao.
Wow.
The Mao was just waiting for a response.
Okay, so you don't have to speak the message out loud for sending.
You do
Okay.
not. Yeah, because it specifies in message. I realized. My bad.
And the message you get back, Ralgo, I'm gonna type to you.
Oh yeah, that thing.
And now I
I mean,
have
in his
to.
defense.
I
Yeah.
don't blame him at all.
You do a little.
No, not at all.
Oh.
That was 2 weeks ago, bro.
Before we actually start moving on, there is something that Azri wanted to say after you're done doing your mowing. Hephe, when you're done mowing, I believe Teak has story time for us.
Yeah, we gotta do that too.
Anything called love. Just listen to the rhythm of your heart.
Oh, sorry. I was reading some stuff. Yeah, it's true. So, I don't think our necromancer friend is really dead.
I mean,
What?
yeah, he's got probably a spare body somewhere.
Wait, what?
I'm not sure, but yeah, I didn't want to tell you tonight, Hephe. I just wanted you to get some sleep. But when
Sorry,
I
Teak. Continue.
when I dreamt, yeah, there was this large snake kind of guy, and he was like wiggling around, and he was really mesmerizing, and he said to me, like in his really deep voice, he said to me, "I think we talked about backup plans. So I hope you realize I'll see you soon." And then
Yeah, Teak, your voice is low.
I know. I've been practicing. But and then he turned into like a big sausage, but I don't think that means anything. And then he disappeared, and I woke up. So, yeah.
Sounds like just a bad dream to me. I mean, when we were in this forest, I had this dream about some black thing in that tree that we slept at, and it turned into another dark thing, and then there was a light, and then there was something about disease or something. I don't know what it was. It was something black, and it was a tree, and it was all very weird. And you don't hear me blabbering about it, right?
No, but what I do hear is that we killed a necromancer last night that probably has a spare body, so Teeks probably is having bad dreams based on a valid point that she needed to get out. So I appreciate where you're coming from, Decorm, but this isn't complaining so much as it is us as a group coming together to talk about something that's bothering one of our members.
I do feel like the sausage
that-
doesn't really make sense. But apart from that, feels like, yeah.
Like, but
That
although I do
is-
kind of want to know, Decorm, I have a question. Do you want to talk about your nightmare? Because that does seem like maybe, we all have nightmares, and if I have one that shakes me, I definitely wouldn't mind talking about it.
I just told you, it was a dream. Dreams are weird. Like when I drink
Okay.
too much, I have weirder dreams. Did you drink too much, Teak?
No, but I would like to point out, I agree with Teak, though. We probably haven't seen the last of that necromancer. He's probably got a spare body. I mean, look at all the ones he made. Look at all those little boy tic-tacs that went flopping at us. It was horrible.
Well, you should have told me in the first place. Why did we do it then in the first place if it doesn't make a... Well, thank you guys, we made an enemy. Thanks a
Because
lot.
honestly,
those
I didn't think... I'll
things?
be 100% with you, Decorm. I did not believe, with the way he spoke, that he had that many spare bodies. It was when he opened up and like 25 or 30 more of those boys came out that I realized, of course, he's going to have a spare goddamn body. So I'm sorry that none of us thought about that when we were talking about it beforehand. Because had that been mentioned, it would have made a
Decorm-
very valid point.
Decorm's eyes squint and he says, "I'm disgusted with you."
Good.
Luke's gonna
I don't
shrug
know
his
if-
shoulders a bit. It's like, well, I wasn't really in the boat of killing him, but I've grown used to the sword, and he'd have to do some really good, really convincing to make me give it back.
Oh, I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to come up to us, try to kill us, and we'll have to kill him again. I think this is going to be, he's going to keep cycling bodies until he's out. And honestly,
Yeah,
in retrospect, that's just part of the plan now that I think about it. We just didn't know it was part of the plan.
probably should have burned dead before we left.
Yeah. No need to start a forest fire and destroy all their trees and wildlife.
I mean, that forest is hiding necromancers, so
Yeah, but I mean, if the snake makes any sense at all, it's gonna be pretty hard to find him.
No,
And
no,
have you
no,
ever tried to
he
find
finds
the
us.
snake in some woods?
He finds
Not
us.
easy. Well,
Is that the end of the conversation there? Or?
I guess.
I'm probably at that point of the conversation, even if it's the end. You all notice that Hephe stopped paying attention and is looking really upset.
Hephe, what's wrong?
You know,
Hephe?
you know the war and the fire and the sleeping mountains.
Yes.
It's already started.
Wait, isn't that the one that you said involved your people?
Yes.
wait, what? It already started?
Yes.
Yes. Two of our clans have already been lost.
What?
And I'm gonna look at what's his face, Thargarak.
He looks at you with slight confusion.
And I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna ask him outright. How important is the VOD count for saving everything?
Well, honestly, very. If we want to be taken seriously by any of their people, we're gonna need support from their nobility. And
Make haste.
We just killed a necromancer. That doesn't that count for something?
Heffy,
Hephe,
but-
or not Hephe, sorry,
how did you know this?
Chody told me.
Jody?
Chody.
Jody?
Mo?
Who's Jody?
Chody is my current clan leader.
Oh. He's the leader of the clan. She stops. The Hephe.
No. I am the Hephe. He is the temporary leader. I am the Hephe.
She knows right. Wait. Is Hephe your title and not your name?
Both?
She's like, oh. Hephe? Within your clan, are you considered to be of some sort of nobility and or royalty?
I'm considered the protector of the pool of health and the leader of the clan once I come of age.
Oh.
Sounds like a person in power.
And I'm just like Thargarak here.
Thargarak will nod at that.
Well, then I'm gonna be nicer to you.
I'm glad I've been nice to you. Relatively.
Okay,
It's
this
Tharg-
is very interesting.
Thargarak will still focus on Decorm actually, or... Fuck, he was gonna say something against
he's waiting
Decorm.
for his response.
Yeah, what did Decorm say again?
Decorm asked him. Weak necromancer. That has to count for something.
Oh yeah, that's... Well... You have enough experience with your own nobility, I think. Would they take the word of a couple of wildlings and a couple of mercenaries? or especially when they've left their charge to die in a forest?
That depends. Who are you planning on talking to?
Well, first the other clans around, then we will head towards the leaders of the Snoozing Watch, which I guess will be Anthony's either his sister or his brother who will take the lead there. So the two of them probably won't appreciate us abandoning him. Unless you know any other nobles, and with that he looks at kind of all of you.
I don't think any of us know any nobles. Sure, I actually, as we will look at Fluke. Hey, Fluke. You wouldn't happen to know anybody who's a noble, or at least like dirt on nobles, maybe? I don't think I know anybody that have any dirt on any nobles.
And
People who can,
Yeah,
I know
that's-
people who can both. Oh,
not to complicate things, but it should also be nobles who have an interest in not having necromancers in these forests.
Okay, I want to know. It's like I want to know the noble that would have interest in having necromancers in the forest.
Well,
I'll go up to any noble and say, "What? Go ahead."
Well, most of them just won't care, probably. That's the problem.
Ah. I
Like-
wonder if they would care if we loaded up all these dead bodies and dropped it in the middle of their royal palace. You think they'd care then? Sorry, that does us no good
Hephe.
speaking like that.
Hephe,
Yes.
it is true that having Sir Anthony at our side is a powerful ally in this war that you're adding to. But I do understand the feeling of wanting to go there right now. Killing these hags will make things easier. Surely, but not the only way.
I couldn't.
I'll support you.
Did you say anything after you?
What do you want to do?
Or is my connection just being weird?
I think we're
he was just
just.
being
it's mine
quiet.
as
I think
well.
he was just being quiet.
Okay.
He was thinking about what to say.
But later I'll follow you whatever you think is best. Because it sounds like a wild ride.
Well, it sounds like we need a Viscount to be able to make friends and allies to save my people. So I think we should go save a Viscount and then go to the Thunderlight clan and start preparing for war.
Then let's not dilly-dally and find these hags and kill them.
At which point Hephe will start packing up camp.
Okay.
Asri will help with that.
Yeah, I think this is a good moment for a break.
I
I
think so.
I agree. I will go ahead and where's my stream? Where's my stream?
And let's do the 20 minutes again, I think we said.
20 minutes it is.
Sure.
Okay.
sure.
Then I'll see you back in 20 minutes. So, are we ready to start again?
Yep.
Alrighty, going into the scene tool. Yay! No, I just have to get the me unmuted. Yay! Audio properties. Why are you not doing the thing?
Why are you not doing the thing?
There we go. Let's
Um,
go, guys.
Because during the break, I realized that I should have let Hephe have an intelligence check as the with his sending that he got. So I'm gonna retcon and give him that now.
I need an intelligence check.
Yeah. Like now you have a bit of a moment to think while packing up the camp.
Okay. Hey, that's good thinking for me.
That is.
Yeah.
With an 11, you're starting to realize that the message you got means you have kind of two problems. Because you know if the volcano had been had exploded, then in this area you would have known. But there is already a fire in around your home.
Okay. Let's see what's going on. So I guess once I'm done with packing up camp, I'm gonna go to Thargarok.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, to Thargarok.
Yes.
When the Great Flame comes from the south, how much can you feel it from where we are, like right now, or like even at the watch?
I'm not sure. I've never seen it before, but according to the stories, like days before it happens, you hear loud explosions and rocks fly. The sky turns grey for a couple of days, and once the sky's starting to clear up, then the flame comes.
So then I think our problem might be bigger than we thought. So like, how if that hasn't happened yet here?
Sorry.
Gesundheit.
Excuse you, Decorum. I'm having a moment.
Decorm, are you okay?
If it's like that, right? Like you'd hear that all the way back at the watch.
Yes.
So if we haven't heard that yet, then how come it's already started in the swamp?
That's a good question. What did your vision? What did your vision show you about it?
My vision, it showed a great flame, like going across the land, and swallowing everything, burning everything.
You can see him starting to ponder it, but not coming to many conclusions.
Can I say that at this particular moment I'm actually sitting on the back of Hephe?
Yeah. He just yelled very loudly in your ear.
Yeah. Hephe, I'm right on your back. What's on? What's going on?
You're smart, right? And you're from this area. Can you answer that question?
Sorry, what was the question? I was kind of distracted.
It's okay. I know. Decorum was sneezing really loud, and you were very concerned.
Yeah.
Love you, Decorum. I'm sorry.
It's to establish dominance. I have a very, very big range of sneezes.
You know what I'm imagining? Booth throats?
So if the fire hasn't come from here yet, how come there's fire over at the swamp?
If the fire hasn't come from here yet, why has it come the fire? Do I know the answer to this question? Or can I know the answer to this question?
Roll an intelligence check, maybe. She's smart.
Yeah, I'd rather for this particular case, because I felt it at least fair for you to put those two things together previously, but I'm not a big fan of like intelligence checks to put one and one together. So I'm gonna leave you thinking about it for yourselves.
Okay, because let's review what the visions were. Because like if we saw like the vision just like the fires just kind of like teleported there and started having like erupting in our shared vision, if I remember correctly, actually happening in the.
Yeah, in your first vision, it seemed like what you kind of noticed was the shock that it was to the people who lived there. It seemed like it just suddenly happened.
Yeah. Disappeared out of nowhere.
But that is similar, like to how they didn't realize there was a conflict and suddenly there was war.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, Hefe's not very smart, so he's not going to be able to put 1 and 1 together because he's going to think it's going to make 3. So that's on Teak.
Yeah.
Well, I
Character-wise,
mean, at least
regardless.
like out loud, like talking about all the information you know is still fair, and like can also help everyone think about things.
True. We saw that, but I saw that the lake used to have centaurs around it, but then it got burned.
If I know one thing about nature and like stuff that happens with like naturalistic Dick would know the English word. Quinn doesn't at the moment. Just like stuff that happens in nature. If you know one thing about that, most of the time it doesn't really just come out of nowhere. There's always like a certain reason that it happens. Just DM, just so I know, would Cheek possibly have any idea about like the existence of volcanoes and stuff?
I think we rolled before that you had read about volcanoes, but
Yeah.
not paid much attention to them, and now, like with this information, you now know that okay, those are apparently a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say there's supposed to be mountains that it doesn't really mean like they don't explode out of nowhere. There's always been like fire inside of it, and have you ever blew up your mouth really big, but you kept closed your lips, so like your cheeks just kind of bulled up, and there was like a lot of air there, and after a while there's this moment where you just do like because it just kind of escaped.
This is the best explanation ever.
Yeah.
You know that? It's basically that, but then with like stone that is so hot that it's molten.
I might have had a little bit of a brain blast. How long ago was the last one of those explosions? Targarak, how long ago was that? The stories? Like 300 years ago? A couple hundred years ago?
From what I understand, they happen a bit more often as every century. No, a bit less often as every century, I should say.
All right, cause in my clan we got a story how we were run out like over 300 years ago from a giant flame that we call a giant spirit we call Ravaging Flame. So like maybe there's multiple of these flames and they all get active at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's how our story at least goes. That these flames are birthed at the top of the mountain, and they start fighting each other. And the one that wins, because it spent its entire life fighting its kin, it starts just destroying and eating almost everything around it until it spreads out over all of the mountains.
Well, I think that the same thing's happening in the swamp right now, and then I think that they're two different sides are gonna come in the middle and just keep trying to burn each other till one comes out on top. I think we're gonna have to take this from both sides.
He will nod at it.
I think right now
No, go ahead.
it's important to make decisive actions and go.
I think decisively, we need to save the Viscount. Let's go.
Okay. Unless there's more you want to talk about. I don't
There
know.
are some stuff that Teak would want to like do and talk about on the way.
Yeah,
Sure.
we can talk while traveling.
Yeah, like the
Well-
traveling stuff.
But now we're
Fluke
traveling.
One thing Fluke is at least going to talk about on the way is about his new sword, which he has named the Fortune's Favor. Will remind you that the Fate's Fortune is where he grew up, and hopefully have that sink in. Also notes how he decided for the double alliteration name the +1 Dagger Flash Fang. Tell everybody about how some of its effects.
The Fever Flash.
And looking forward to helping you guys out with it and all that jazz, and he will use that to give you temporary hit points.
I just
Liam
imagine Fluke like walking
Dodging
walking
out his blades.
aside from someone and just like breaking all his blades, like pointing them all out and bragging about them, and the other person just okay, sure, you say so.
It's gonna
Mhm.
help you,
Yeah.
trust me.
No,
All right.
What were you gonna say, Ezra?
I forgot
Or-
it. Like the second it went into my head, it left.
I think Dig wanted to say something.
Oh,
But I think so. So it's 8 now, right?
let me. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8.
Okay.
It went up by a little bit.
Hooray!
Yay.
So Tick, what was what you want to do?
So, two things. Firstly, whenever she's on the back of Hephe for a longer while, she would like to use her woodcarver's tools, basically just gouge out like different runic inscriptions on the wand that she has, and also make like a tiny little hole on the back, like the broader side of the wand. And also kind of sharpen like the front end of the wand. So basically make it more like sort of a what would be the word for this? I think a cone, sort of cone shaped. with,
Yeah,
like, a hole in the back.
I think I get what you mean.
Yeah, and then she would use just like a little bit of leather. She would just like carve like a very tiny bit of her leather armor off, like the bottom part, just like a very thin strip. And she would use that to make like a sort of a band through like the holes she made in the bottom. And the moment you see she stopped carving the runes, they sort of gently light up, and yeah, they seem to go into effect.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
The second thing she would like to do, she would like to talk a bit more. Like, where's Mr. Bucks at the moment?
That's a bit of a kind of a good question, because if he's walking, he is a lot slower than all of you. So if he's just walking, then you're kind of at his very slow pace, or he's being carried by someone.
Who's carrying Mr. Box is the question. Is he up there with Teak? Do you have your pet with you?
How heavy is Mr. Box?
Yeah, that was kind of my question.
I don't think very heavy.
If not very heavy, then he can be up with me. And Teak could be using Mr. Box as an armrest, doing all that like carving and stuff.
I'm gonna
Kind of like
quickly-
steady while I'm like trotting and stuff, make it a little bit more steady.
I just imagine him like sitting in front of Teak, like with his little legs dangling around.
Yeah, nice. So I would ask Mr. I would ask him just out of like after a while. Firstly, I would be like, "Hey, are you hungry?"
Always.
I kind of expected that. Okay, so Tika has like a couple of pythons, and she'll throw like 3 pythons to him. Be like, "Here, catch."
He will catch them all out of the air.
Yeah. Okay. And she'll
Mhm.
be like, so, I know you're really good at grabbing people and stuff, but are there different things you can do?
I can
Mean people. People we don't like.
bite people,
Mhm.
and you know I can change how I look. I can also use that to kind of make like this little dangly arms, and then I can try to catch people. I tried that on your purple friend, but he dodged me
Oh, really?
without even seeing me. It was a bit sad.
And I look back at Fluke, and I'm not sure if he's listening, but I'll be like, huh, cool. He actually does this shit.
He'll smile and then get a thumbs up, just like, oh yeah, I guess he might get, well...
And I'll say to Mr. Box, like, would you like to do that with us? Whenever we come, like, whenever we meet, like, unkind people we don't really like, would you like to maybe bite them?
Maybe you have some like code word, and then I bite them, or if they're wearing armor, I bite them, and then I eat the armor.
That sounds like a good idea.
So everyone wearing armor.
Everyone wearing armor. Okay. I actually got like an extra idea. I got the idea. Maybe we could do like, and she starts sort of like whispering a bit and going like a bit softer. And DM, I will PM you the idea that he has
Okay.
using Mr. Box in that.
Very interested now.
Yeah, I mean that's basically all the stuff I want to do during travel. So.
Okay. So while you send that, is there anything someone else wants to do? Or
Asri would just spend like this isn't necessarily something roleplay wise. She'd just spend time trying to commune with the cat to like get used to looking through his eyes.
okay.
And Hephe is just very intently on the lookout for any signs of Braille.
Okay. So as you travel, as the mist thickens for you, your vision gets blurrier. And I would like everyone to roll a d20.
Oh jeez.
Womp womp. Womp womp.
Actually, okay, no, well, first you...
How did I do that as a 2GM?
No
I didn't
idea.
even 2GM. I just did /roll. What?
Oh,
I rolled a
God.
Look!
Don't know what that means in this particular area, but oh no.
Yeah, right. That one's just
Well-
never feel good, man.
Well, if we're
Instant
separated,
death.
it'd be really interesting if Teak was separated from me.
Oh, that's fair. Actually, Teak shouldn't roll since she's sitting on Hephe.
God, Jesus.
Called it.
But Thargorak should roll.
Can Thargrak take Teek's role?
With a 14. Okay. As you're traveling, Fluke, after you get the compliment from the chest, you look around and you notice that everyone else is gone. And I'm gonna put you in the right quadrants real quick. So that would be Hephe, Teak, and Fluke there. Then Ezra and Thargrak would be there.
When he noticed
This is only for my own bookkeeping. And Decorm would be there. So at some point, one point or another, all of you realize that Decorm, you realize that everyone's gone. Ezra and
shit.
Thargarek, the two of you are lost together, and Hephe, Teak, and Fluke, the three of you, are
I got my big muscly boy.
also lost the rest of you.
As soon as Fluke noticed that there's been separation going on, he would first want to see if there was any place he could hide, and then start looking for the others after doing that.
Okay.
They're two separate things.
I know. One thing and
Those
then
are
the
not-
other. One
those
thing
are
will
not
make it harder for other
beautifully
people to find
inclusive.
him. Yeah. He doesn't care about people being able to find them. He's more worried about enemies finding.
Okay, and then
I know Asri's first thing is going to be sending out a broadcast again to see if she can try to find Fluke.
okay. How much range do you have on the thing?
That's only 30 feet. It's only
Okay.
that 30 feet.
In that case, you can't find anyone to who can respond to you.
Damn, that's what I spend my time doing for the first moment, I guess. Cycling through everybody. Shit.
Okay.
I'm just quickly walking towards the destination. Like, I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me. I got a mission in mind.
Well, Teek's on top of you, so she might.
Okay. We'll first go to Decorm since he's at the zone. Can you roll me a d6?
Do I have to?
With a 2. As you're traveling, are you looking for the rest, or are you just trying to continue to the path, assuming that you will meet up again at some point?
Yeah. Decorm will probably at one point realize, like, there's not a lot of noise around me, and then realize, well, they'll figure it out and keep continually what he thinks is the path.
That's fair. Okay. So as you're traveling a bit further, you think you see someone looking. It looks kind of like Thargarek, but they're a bit in the distance, and it doesn't seem like they have horns.
Thargarek! Thargarek!
The creature you're seeing does stop moving and kind of like it was kind of like going in another direction than you, but then it kind of switches and looks at your side. And as it does so, make a perception check.
That's not Thargarek. Steve.
Steve.
DM here letting me roll perception shit, throws and shit, knowing that I have a -2. Hey.
With an
It's
8,
very bad that I would really want to say not bad.
with an 8, you notice that it is a human, and that it is slowly and carefully coming towards you. And while that's happening, I'd like Ezra and Thargarek also to roll a d6.
Hit.
Okay.
Going for that tree.
As you're traveling, the two of you start hearing howling. And
Thargarek, are there werewolves here, or are these going to just be regular wolves?
he stops for a moment, and you see you see him listening, and he says, "Those don't sound like wolves to me. It's probably a group of gnolls."
Oh boy.
Do we hear this too?
Make a perception check.
Both of us?
If you're paying attention to it. If you're
say.
Well, I mean, I'm searching for traces of like, I'm looking to try to find the bog hag. So if I hear howling, I would probably want to identify it to see if it's like.
okay, then make a
related.
perception check.
I am probably
I'm
very
not
much
like I'm not paying
confused by
attention to what's
I'm
going on behind me as far as
Okay.
like, you know what I mean?
With a 4 and a 9, the two of you don't hear it.
Yeah, story-wise, this makes sense. For
Yeah.
me.
But I would like the 3 of you also to roll d6s.
All right, Fluke, let's do this. Let's do this, Quinn.
There we go. Well, hey,
Big money, big money.
I don't know if that's that
Big
good.
money.
I also got a 5. Very high
then-
money. Whatever.
Okay, Fluke, roll again because 2 at the same spot is gonna be difficult.
Aw. I could be on Hephe. I'm sorry.
I'll roll again. How about that? Or not?
Oh,
And the
3.
3 again. Okay.
So many 5s.
So with that, the group of you. Actually, with that, you also hear howling.
Ooh.
Even similar howling as the other group is hearing.
Does
So
it?
you do hear it.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Does it sound like it's a danger to us?
it sounds like some form of communication between like groups that are quite distant from each other. And I'd say with your like experience, it sounds like it kind of reminds you of hunting dogs that get excited.
They're so excited.
Okay.
They just can't hide it.
Well then, I guess I'll keep listening to it and see if it sounds like it's getting closer to us or not.
Okay.
If the howling's getting closer, like they're hunting us, or like they found someone else that they're hunting and they're hunting something else somewhere else. You know what I mean?
And as you're doing so, I'd like all 3 of you. No, actually, yeah, all 3 of you to make a perception check, but Teak with disadvantage. And yeah, after that we'll go back to Decorm.
Perception, you said, right?
Yeah.
Also, did they hear me yelling Targarak?
Nope.
To consider in this perception check, if possible.
Okay. Yeah, this perception check isn't about sound.
Who farted?
As you are traveling Hephe, you notice that the mud that you're walking through gets much, much thicker than before. Fluke, you don't notice it at first, but as Hephe starts kind of moving slower, you also start noticing it.
Slumperd,
Yeah?
you're starting to give me never-ending story vibes here. And
Oh,
God!
You know what? I didn't think about that, but that's
Hey,
perfect.
You're a horse! You're a
Oh,
horse!
that's-
and if you fucking do
No.
this to me,
Well,
You're what? You're
Don't
what?
depress yourself to death.
well, with
I'm
with
glad
that in mind.
everybody has the exact same reaction, like how my childhood trauma reacts to that.
With that in
Well, I
mind,
didn't see you until you pointed it the fuck out.
But just everybody's like, "Oh no, that's
You said never-ending story, and I went
Yes.
right there. It did not
Yeah.
take effort.
Okay, I am glad that everybody else is similarly like traumatized.
but with that, we'll go back to the core. As this person is walking towards you.
Uh-oh.
That's not decorum.
Uh-oh, my scream is chasing.
Decorm, you're on the
Oh.
bottom right, Azray on the bottom left, and the rest is
like
on the top left.
I like it.
And I'm gonna zoom out a lot on the camera thing. Oh. Oh, there's Decorm. Yep.
Oh, bullshit.
They
And the person is
Decorm.
about there.
I think I still have sight and everything of Teak.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I would have a stream of just like, oh, you son of a gun. You can see both things.
That might be
Yeah,
nice for
hold
the
on.
stream, though.
It does help for the
So,
stream.
and you can't really affect it there, as it isn't actually adjacent to each other, so.
Pocket dimension funness.
Decorum will say, hello, good evening. Is it evening? Is it midday? We don't know. We'll say good evening. Who are you, fellow traveler?
What the sound you hear back reminds you of someone drowning.
That can only mean
As
good things.
the person kind of like almost falls over and starts like running at you like a dog. As I'd like you to roll initiative.
Oh God,
Everyone.
no!
Be
And
rolling that initiative.
let me check the initiative track real quick. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, like, if everyone can already roll initiative real quick, then we have that done.
Teak, you have to have your token selected when you roll initiative.
Sorry, I keep
Okay.
forgetting.
Wow, a 2 on the dice. And this again, I get the same as Ezra.
But as I'm using a different laptop
Why is this
just
happening?
for the map, that's kind of extra hard for me.
One of us are really clustered together here.
There we go. That's
Why?
And
good.
we
I'm not
also
trying
rolled really freaking low.
First one was...
He's the only one who gets a good initiative.
No. I rolled 13 first. So,
Still better than everyone else.
alright. Fair enough. There we go.
Hold on one second.
So as that person is running at you,
I don't
as-
know why.
Nothing. Talking to myself. My bad.
Ezra and Targarak both make perception checks. I know that I'm Targarak, but still.
No, I get you.
No, you.
So perception, and then I'm gonna ask: Does Lord Chonkers get the roll as well?
Perception, yes.
Yeah. Where did I put his thingy? Lord Chonkers, where are you?
And I actually also need to roll initiative for Targarak.
Oh, and Mr. Box.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Box.
What's Mr. Box initiative?
Oh, I'll roll for him real quick with me.
And does this perception check have anything to do with a smell at all?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so no advantage for Chonkers. Huh.
That
Yeah.
shouldn't be on that layer. No. Okay, so you have a 28, Thagra had 14,
The 10 is Chonks.
10 is Chongs. Ezra, you notice it first, and actually with that I'm gonna put the three of you a bit back here. You notice that the road you're following, at the front of you, you notice that this is kind of the perfect spot for an ambush. And as you notice that, you start looking around and you see like these... it's low to the ground, you see these spiders moving. And they move... I wouldn't say like unnatural, but they don't move like wild animals.
Azri. Oh boy.
As I am gonna... Since you had your... Oh, and actually since 28 is ridiculously high, you also notice that the howling was getting closer and closer until it suddenly stopped. And ever since it stopped, you noticed some that like somewhere close to the trap area, you noticed that the bushes were moving. So you should be able to see those.
Yep. Oh boy.
And let me roll initiative for them as well. This is
Never-ending story.
Hey, we survived with the necromancer, right, guys?
Oh yeah, they survived a necromancer, all right. We'll show them. We'll just throw them mobs of gnolls.
Oh wait, there's only 3 gnolls and 4 spiders, and I got Thargarak with me.
And then lastly, Hephe. You notice that the howling and the excitement gets like kind of moves until it's behind you, and then comes closer. Simultaneously, the thicker mud that you've been walking through starts moving and shifting, and in front of you from the mud rise 6 creatures.
Never-ending story.
Story.
Oh, let me scroll to that.
And so behind you, that would be about there. There is a Knolls coming. Yeah, let's first roll for these Knolls as well.
Why is my thing so unresponsive?
And then it's the methods. Come on.
Oh, I thought I was near Ezra. I'm near.
Nope.
You're with us.
Literally tried. You guys were not close enough.
Oh, best of a bad situation.
So, with that, you're all in some way or another being attacked. Thargarak, I imagine that Ezra has pointed out the trap to him.
Yeah.
So he'll actually will look at you and ask, how should we do it? Should we just charge the gnolls and ignore the spiders?
Do you have any way of, does he have anything range that is like, I have like 30 something odd arrows, so I can start firing arrows. I just want to see if there's anything that he has ranged.
I think he has a spare, but I think he has a couple of javelins.
So that's just
Yeah.
one-offs, basically.
Yeah, I think he has 3 javelins.
Alright, so he only has one-offs. I will say that I think we should probably let me try to pick off the spiders, and if the gnolls rush us, either try to keep them distracted or to keep our distance. I don't mean to make light of your
Okay.
powers or capabilities. We're outnumbered here.
Then
Getting
he
surrounded is not a good idea.
will move over there and hold his action to attack any hostile that comes within his reach or attacks you.
Okay.
Then it's the spider's turn, who...
I don't want to interrupt too much, but I just want to make sure that you had me, Fluke, and Teague all roll, and I'm assuming that the numbers that we rolled were representative of a number of enemies. I also rolled a 5, and I don't see any 5 on here, so I was just curious if that was planned or if it was an oversight.
Oh, it isn't the numbers per se,
Okay.
but it is the type of enemy, and you are right that there's still one enemy hiding, but it is also a point of do you interact with them, as the spiders at this point, for example, are still just waiting for something to fall in their trap, so they're not going to move at this point.
Okay.
So
Sorry, I
it...
didn't want to interrupt. I just make sure.
No, that's fine. So it's Lord Something's turn.
Lord Chunks. Lord Chunks will do as he always does and maul and keep an eye out for anything invisible.
He can clearly confirm nothing invisible.
That's all Lord Chonkers does. No, actually, I lied. He will fly. He will be flying, and he will fly 15 feet into the air to try to make sure he is out of range of anything hitting him.
That is fair.
Mo. That is
Wow.
Then, Teak, your turn.
Yeah. Teak will use her movement to get off Heffy's back and basically just move however far she can go in this direction.
I'd say
It
take.
takes her half your movement with me, I think.
Yeah. I think is it
Direct.
like prone?
Oh.
It says something. Yeah. You have 15 feet
Okay.
left.
Yeah, so I could get somewhere around here, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
So when she gets off Heffy's back, she's gonna cast the chestnut on the ground that she had earlier. And out comes Larry the llama, which I will place over here.
Okay.
And before she runs off, the spellcasting focus she had, she will just like kind of tie it on his forehead, like it's like a unicorn horn kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll just send him off towards the wolf thing's nose.
Okay.
It's a dark forest full of gnolls.
I swear.
Let's see. The flamethrower can go Eldritch Cannon. 15 feet. Oh, that's also my bonus action. Real quick. Am I gonna use my bonus action for something different? Yeah. So she'll only cast the Eldritch Cannon to be over there, and she'll use her bonus action to grab into her pockets and grab some of the marbles, and take them out, and they'll start glowing again, and she'll have some magic marbles
Okay.
on the side. And I reckon that will be her turn. So she went over here, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then it is the gnolls at Ezra Space's turn.
Oh. Zero.
So I'm gonna make a check for them to see if they realize that you've spotted them. Let's see. Nope. They are like one of them is looking like at why did they stop? The rest of them are looking like eagerly waiting for you to fall in their trap. The one that is looking at you also isn't really looking at it out of suspicion, more out of impatience.
Okay.
And then we get at Fluke's turn.
Okay, well, now seems like the goodest time as ever to test this out, so looking around, looking to the two people he has, will pull out his fresh sword and do a few like ornate slashes, and then hold it up and
Flourish.
not naming it.
3 creatures of your choice in range.
Blast. He's not naming it.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Not a spellcaster. He doesn't know.
So, okay, so it's Bless, yeah.
It is blast. Yeah.
So it's, I imagine it's you 3.
Flourish.
Yeah, I was doubting if it was Bless or Bane.
Well, he can't. He doesn't. I don't think he gets a hold of Bane yet.
No,
The
that
sword he's got.
depends on the swords which you have, so... And I keep mixing them up.
We have the blessed.
Oh,
one,
that's
not
why.
the Bane.
That's why this one's called Fortune's Favor, because it
That's
gives
fair.
fortune. Okay, and now that he's used his action to do that, would like to step up to whatever this guy is and make a quick offhand attack with his dagger.
Okay, yeah, they are all about, just for description, it's still, you can just attack them, but they are about floating a couple of feet in the air.
Okay. So he's got to do a little leap and cut at him.
Sure.
Boop. And then +1 magic dagger. And it's 20, not with advantage.
Yeah, okay, that still hits.
That ain't too bad.
That, and then
Aww.
That's 2...
it's an offhand attack.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm also a rogue.
Yeah, because you're of the thing, so... Okay. It's looking pretty rough after that attack.
Give it a little cut, and then they're 5 feet little cylinders, right?
Sorry?
5 feet, right?
5 feet...
Little hexagons.
Oh yeah, so you moved 10 feet, I think, from...
10 feet, yep, so
Yeah.
20 feet back. Just little backflip back, just like grinning, just like, okay, let's do this.
Okay. And then Ezra, your turn.
She is going to, noticing that they at least know that we are here and this trap is intently for us. She is going to scroll down so I can see where we are and go and measure out. Why is my mouse taking so long to move? What's wrong with my dippy? Alrighty, yeah, I'm gonna fire at the first one, but I'm gonna bonus action Kinsei shot, which
Each bonus action to turn your wrist. Nice.
Wait a second. Lord Chonkers can do this stuff?
Oh no,
Yeah.
Lord Chonk. Sorry, I'm rolling. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
He was still
No,
just
Lord
typing as
Chonkers
Lord
sees
Chonkers.
invisible things. That's his shtick.
Cool.
Alrighty. And does a 22 hit that null?
Definitely.
Yay. That is literal min damage. I'm gonna roll my goddamn d4. 8 damage.
Okay. He takes the arrow and he starts like barking and yelping, and the others like start paying attention to him, and also start paying attention to you now.
Alrighty. I'm going to use 20 feet of my movement to, if I can make sure, bap over here.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. And then it's the Mephit's turns.
What you call them?
Mephits.
Methods, okay.
Specifically,
Like elementals?
yeah, they're mud Mephits. They're mud elementals. They're the. We have a lot of versions of them.
Cool.
I fucking love methods. Evil shit. You
Evil
shouldn't feel
shit.
bad about killing. I love them. Evil shit.
Okay. And they are going to
Man, pretty juicy.
just swarm the person that is closest to them. So,
Oh
they
no, Mr. Box,
are-
what are you gonna do?
Box is technically on me.
slightly less fast than I thought they were. So this
Well, that
one
one could go straight through and hit me
gonna
still,
get there.
technically.
And this one can reach Teak, so that's what he's gonna do. Okay, so 3 attacks at Hephe and 1 at Teak. So let's first do Hephe. It's a 20 to hit.
Yep.
It's a 7 to hit.
No.
Come on. And that's a 5 to hit.
A 5? No.
It's 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
And BD.
So as they all start kind of mashing at you, you notice that like they are still made of mud, and they can't do much damage to you, but one of them kind of gets you in the face, and it hurts a little bit, but not too much. For Teak, 17 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. So one of them comes at you, and as it tries to hit you, you cast your shield, and it blocks it from attacking you. Then it is Hefe's turn.
I was actually thinking about casting Spiritual Weapon, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna need to. They don't look like they do all that much damage, and they look like they go down without too much of a fight. So I'm gonna
below us too, which I think your character would have seen.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say, health.
I was waiting for
We
it.
all knew you were gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's where we all came for.
So that is Constitution saving throws, right?
That's correct. Just mud beans, they
It's
probably are decent.
1, 2, 3. Well, that's still a 5 and a 2 on the dice. So 1. Oh no, with a 15 also fails. All of them fail.
Woo! They all take 5 points of radiant damage. Not great damage, guys. Not great damage.
But
Yeah,
it
but
could have
it's
been a
all of
two.
them.
Something.
But one of them was already hit quite hard by Fluke, so he is not having too great a time.
And I'll just end my turn.
Okay, then
Think about
Decorm,
it this way.
it's
You
your
did
turn.
15 damage
Oh yeah,
over
yeah.
3 targets.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. I was just like low damage for the attack, but still good damage because it hit multiple things.
Decorum is gonna. It started to on arms and legs run toward him, right?
Yeah.
He'll grab his warhammer and prepare to hit it if it comes close.
Okay. So you hold your action to attack if it gets to you.
Yeah.
That's your turn. I just now realized, just because of how the rules were made, might be just the shortest battle for Decorum up till now, or the easiest, I should say. So
You
then
do a one-on-one fight with something you can probably bludgeon to death.
it is Mr. Boxer's turn.
Who's on my back?
He is on your back. He is noticing that they aren't doing an awful lot of damage. He just had the conversation about helping you when people are being mean. He does count this as mean. So he is gonna try and grapple the Mephit that is there.
Hey, stop attacking him. He's my ride.
So that is a dex save for the Mephit. Which he actually succeeds. So Hephe, you notice like a small little pot coming at the Mephit, but it managed to dodge it, and the pot retracts, and you can't probably see it, but Mr. Box is looking a little bit unhappy.
Happens to the best of us, kiddo.
Then it is the Ghoul's turn. So let's go back there.
Yeah, that's a ghoul. That should look familiar.
There's Ghoul.
Don't get clawed by them.
Who is 30 feet.
Bowser
Well,
wouldn't know
he
that.
does not have the intelligence to wait for your attack, so he is just gonna dash towards Decorm. So make your attack.
Whoopity, get to shooty.
What?
I still got the +1 hammer. Yes, right?
I think so.
You do.
Good.
Whew. I saw
19
one, I was like,
yeah,
oh,
me
no.
19 definitely hits.
What?
Yeah.
Ow! Oh! Yes.
19.
Ooh,
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
that's a good.
Hmm?
And I'm gonna put a smite into that one just to see what happens.
I kind of expected that.
This guy's
Is-
running
is
down on
it
him and the
undead?
hammer's face.
It is an undead.
Yeah. It's a first level. That's
Yeah, this is why I
nice.
said that this might be Decorm's easiest combat yet, because it runs at you. You just wait for a moment and smash its face in, and its head is gone.
Stupid undead.
Yeah, that's a dead.
Cool as that.
That's a CR1 creature dead, baby. One shot. Welcome to level 5, friends.
And
Oh,
then it's the Null's turn. Yeah,
so
because
that
it's,
happens.
then it's the Null's turn at Teak and Hephe and Fluke's place. Let me see. Do they have anything ranged? Because they don't like those methods. They do. They have bows. So all of you are gonna be shot with a longbow. So first Fluke. That's a 9 to hit. It's Hephe. 11 to hit. Teak. It's another 9. Also won't hit.
Woohoo!
Guys are terrible.
And then it's Thargarek's turn, who, noticing you going back and then now noticing everyone, is going for his charge, which I think he does have the 40 feet of movement. He does, so he can perfectly make that to make his charge attack. And then I have to find a null strength saving throw. That's nope. So he charges at the null that you also shot, knocks it on its back, and makes an attack with his great axe, which is a natural 20.
Woo
Nice.
woo! Thargarok ain't messing around. We gotta kill some hags today.
And with that, yeah, he knocks him off on his feet and just executes him, as this null is now dead. And now it's a spider's turn, who... Oh, they haven't had... intelligence check for spiders. Doesn't go well for spiders, but we're still gonna give it to him. That's a -3. So no, they stay where they are. They didn't get any new orders.
Fair.
Lord Cat.
Lord Cat. Can't actually do anything, but he is going to fly his 40 feet while still being 15 feet in the air.
Mhm.
And he's going to fly near him and go, "Mo!" as encouragement.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can actually give the help action. I don't think he can, but
I mean, I think familiars
I'm not sure.
normally can, but
I think he should be able to.
oh, the guy's
Thargaret
giving the help action.
will like let out this loud bull sniff and like nod at it. Kind of like inspired. I'm seeing it. Oh, I'm
But
still at
just
the wrong.
Mo, you
My
can win.
apologies, video.
It's okay. It's
Then-
a future Slumperd.
Teak. Yeah, it's just I forgot to scroll down to the right combat thing. So they were looking at Teak while Thargarek was killing people.
I legitimately did the same thing on stream.
Nice.
So you said the spiders are hanging in the air a bit?
No, the methods, the mud creatures are.
Which are those?
Those are the ones right in front of us.
Yeah.
Those are methods, and
Yeah.
this is like a spider.
You
Methods. There are no spiders with us.
There
The
are no
spiders are with
spiders, okay.
Azri. Yeah, we're in
So
a
how,
combat.
how high up are they?
I'd say that they kind of like float between 3 and 4 feet off the ground.
Ah, okay. So, my question is, if I would put a 15-foot diameter, is that the word?
Diameter is
Radius.
a radius.
Radius, thank you. Oh, cube. A 15-foot cube.
Okay.
If I would
Okay.
place a 15-foot cube over here.
Okay, can you
Is that like over there?
Ralgo, can you put it down?
The cube would be over here.
Yeah, but just so I can draw a cube.
Oh, yeah. So you want to like...
Yeah, if you put it upwards, then I at least have that one, and then you can guess it's between around this, I think.
Sorry, what do you want me to do?
You're good.
That should be about
That
right.
looks pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks about right.
And hexes make it look a little weird with
Yeah.
illusions. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. So where do you want that box?
I imagine around there,
Yeah,
if I'm gonna guess.
grabbing as many spiders as I can.
Methods.
Not. He got no spiders.
There are no spiders here.
And you know what? He got as many as he could, or she got as many as she could.
There are spiders, they're just tiny regular spiders.
Okay.
And they're gonna have their shit wrecked right now.
And now they're all dead.
Sorry. So
There
if I'm
was.
over here,
Yeah.
would I be able to place something where the cube center would be over there?
So can you post the ability in chat so I can
Yeah.
read what you're trying to do?
I will. I want to
Yeah, I
do
think what's going on. That's for sure.
this one. Oh, it already rolled.
Thunderwave. So yeah, if you would stand there, I would count that.
Okay. And if I would move like this, I wouldn't leave the melee range of.
No,
the
you would remain in its range the whole time.
Okay, so Teak will move around him.
Stop there,
And-
please.
First, while she is doing that, the llama is slowly like moving towards over here.
Okay.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it can move like 15 feet, so it can't go any further than this.
That sounds reasonable.
But it just like on the tiny wheels, it just like goes forwards. And at the same time, she like turns around I forgot the name again. I'm just gonna keep calling them spiders, even though they aren't. And she like out of one of her pouches, she pulls like a small little like rubber popper thing. You know, like the one you put inside out and you put them on the ground.
Yeah.
And she throws it
yeah.
on the ground. It's by the way, it's kind of like a rubber popper, but around it, it's kind of like shaped like a kangaroo. So like the belly of the kangaroo, she puts inside out, and then she like throws it on the ground. And the moment that the belly kind of pops back, there's like this, and out comes like a thunder wave, basically.
Okay. And I see saving throws for all of them. The spell also says something about certain radius that people hear it, right?
Yeah.
300
Can
feet,
you 300 feet? But can you post the spell description in the thing?
Oh dear.
He's gonna have to learn how to modify that.
1,
No.
2.
I can do it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Hephe. Hephe already posted. Okay, and that's 4 fails on the saving throws. So
Why?
that is at least one of them is 6. Yeah, one of them dead.
One I fucked up.
And the other ones... Like, you really didn't like this one, is you all attacked him.
I didn't move. It came to me.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. They swarmed Hephe.
Yeah.
As far as anyone's here is concerned, these things attacked Hephe. We defended Hephe.
Yeah.
I'll
They
to
attacked us
300 feet. And now I have to look what 300
Also, out of
feet is.
curiosity, I don't know if we've
That's
seen
100
it. What
meters.
does the llama
100 meters.
do?
It's 90 meters.
Oh.
There is not an exact equivalent 1-to-1 ratio. Apparently, it's 0.9. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, it's a weird ratio, so usually it's about like the 9 or 10 thing.
I was just a dummy and was thinking yard. 3 feet to a yard in our. It's just stupid.
Yeah, so 3 feet would be 100 yards. 100 yards, 100 meters.
That is why I thought the wrong thing for a minute.
And you're there, and you are there. So actually, Thargarok is. You know what? I'll say that Ezra, since you're technically just outside of the radius, you can make a perception check with disadvantage, and Thargorak will make a normal perception check.
Also, they are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
As they filled their saving throw.
18. Let's go.
When 18, both you and Thargorak are like quite far in the distance. You're just at that edge of the 300 feet to the west of you, like from this side. You hear a boom coming.
When I hear that, her Asri immediately remembers the boom that woke her up the other night camping of the
That's
rock
fair.
exploding, and she's like, "Teak," and knows what she's gonna do on her next turn.
Okay.
Did they all fail their saving throws?
Yeah, they all failed their saving
You
throws.
said
They all took damage.
Okay, so they all need to be moved 10 feet.
Oh, okay. They also so
Oh.
there,
I got
That's a good point.
Thank you.
there, and there, and yeah, this one is dead, but would be about there-ish.
Its body just goes flopping on the ground.
Flung away.
It kind of gets
Ragdoll.
splashed back into mud. And no, what I'll actually say is it kind of gets splattered out, and as the splat happens, it also kind of immediately hardens into kind of this clay-like substance.
Take it.
That's your turn, Teak?
Like love from a giant in Skyrim.
That was your turn, Teak?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's the gnolls at the bottom. And they have a giant raging minotaur suddenly in front of them. And they
Do they?
haven't seen you, so they have a person where they're gonna focus on. Well, they have seen you, but they haven't seen you attack, I mean. This one is going to walk towards Spider, and yeah, none of you speak Gnoll, so it's gonna say something in a language you don't understand. And the other one is gonna grab his spear and throw the Thargorak.
Rude.
Very.
And let me see. I don't think that hits. No, the spear like hits the part of Targarek's armor, but doesn't do any damage to him. Then it is Fluke's turn.
Okay. One of them got blown in front of me, didn't they?
Yep. It's looking
Well,
still
it's
at this point. I would say it kind of like lands in front of you and it's still focused on, or still looking at Teak at least.
Yeah, but if I moved, it would probably take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that it would.
Tempted to run down and try and go after those gnolls because I'm not AO. I'm the one striker among so many AOE. But I guess I can help clean. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. So first I'm going to pull out my sword and give this boy in front of me a cut.
You won't like that. I think that's
Oh,
kind of
More
the
like
point.
that. I should scroll up to the. Let's just do this way. That he won't like that.
Oh, come to think of it, is he? Yeah, he's pack tactics
Yeah.
anyway, so
24 will definitely hit.
24.
Oof.
That's min
Low
damage.
damage. Yeah, very low damage. Okay, and then he is going to run off and then go at the dagger with this one.
And not choosing. Okay.
But I'm choosing to do sneak attack on the one that's alone because I'm assuming what you're going to do next.
It's fair.
Okay,
I
make
so
your second attack.
Works on that.
Yeah, you can.
Load. Okay. Gamble is off.
22 hits.
Nice.
Damage on that, and then
So that
reload.
is 13 And so
14.
that's... Oh, 14, yeah, you're right, thank you.
14 magical slashing. Stabbing.
Yeah,
That
that
is
one seems... It's not dead yet, but it isn't too far from it.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
oh,
That was Quinn.
okay, and
Quinn, no.
I was there.
Oh, that was
I'm
Cherry,
gonna
sorry.
keep-
What happened?
Well, someone timed out in the channel.
Oh,
They're back.
I'm going to move another 20 feet that I have left. I've attacked them both, so no opportunities for them.
okay.
And you roll up and you see these boys.
I mean, he was heading towards
Yep.
them, so...
Yep, just dancing through the methods, cutting them up, and just standing in front of the Salam. I'm just like, okay, next.
Then, Ezra, your turn.
I will. Does it look like Thargarak saw or heard the explosion?
Yeah, you saw him kind of look at that direction, but then an arrow came at him and he started focusing on the gnolls again.
Gotcha. I'm going to go there then. If I can go to the right thing, I was contemplating action. The action dash. Bap. I'm going to fire at the gnoll that's in front of Thargarak, not the one talking to Spooter dudes.
So this guy.
With longbow.
Okay.
I will bonus action Kensei shot.
21 hits.
Bap. And then 16.
16 points of damage.
That was max damage for the original shot, though.
you-
Huzzah.
As it is like as it has just thrown its spear, you shoot an arrow at it and you hit it like right in a soft spot that it exposed, and yeah, even if it survives this, it won't be able to use that arm again.
All right, I will call it. Like Thargarak, I'm 100% sure that was Teak. We should go ahead towards that way, and then that will end her turn.
Okay. He looks at you, looks at the gnolls, and just nods, as these gnolls don't have much of his interest.
We're literally just killing these guys.
Then it's the Mephit's turn,
Let's go. Fight me.
and they are surrounding Hephe, so that's first. They like their swarm, so this one's gonna move there. It's technically... how would he handle that? I think he would still go to Teak.
It did push. She did push it away.
She got pushed away and now is gonna try again. So first,
Movement.
4 attacks at... Huh? Sorry?
Teak forgot to use the rest of the movement. So.
Oh. First 4 attacks at Hephe with a lot of fists coming at you. It's a natural 20.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's a 16. It's a 5.
Nope.
It's an 8.
No. Oh, that's no big deal. 1 natural 20. That's not even like 2 modifier damages. That's not 20s aren't that scary. I mean, they're still scary, but
It takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage as
okay.
you're
deal.
getting kind of confident, and then one of them managed to kind of hit you in the eye, and it's more painful because, like, for moments you're blinded then that it's really a dangerous hit.
I'm taking 1 point of true damage, guys. Thanks, Fluke.
And
gives a victory sign, V.
Oi!
then the one at Teak is
Like
gonna
peaceful,
attack her.
killing people.
And it's a 6, so that will also miss. Hephe, your turn.
Elf.
That's con saves for them, right? Yeah.
Con save, yeah. 16.
Methods, those. So
Also, I just want
what?
to say, exactly why you two were the last two I wanted to get blessed to. I definitely wanted to give it to Decorm or Hephe, but best of a bad situation.
3, 4. One of them makes it.
Hey.
So the one at your back makes it.
Damn it, Fluke!
The rest of them to take the damage, so that is that. And that's also that then. And that's one more.
Hey, that means they all took 7 damage this One of them was me.
That's your turn, Hephe?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then Decorum, your turn.
Which I can't see.
The creature in front of you is dead. Yeah, what do you do?
The
just-
Decorum feels invigorated by his wonderful kill. So he's just gonna yell out and run straight at.
Okay.
Assuming that's I
Yeah, that would be the direction that you would be going.
Is straight at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He continues on
So
the path.
you're there. You're.
Listen, if I'm
Okay,
out
interesting.
here alone and I can one-shot these guys, my party is fine.
That is true.
I mean, we've been doing pretty fine.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it in the slightest.
Um,
Slumperd hears that and decides, oh really? Mud dragon!
Mud dragon.
That is the neatest homebrew I've ever heard that's been randomly made up on the spot.
I'm
Then-
sure it exists.
yeah, definitely. It's
I'm
Mr.
imagining
Boxer's turn.
That Yu-Gi-Oh! Ancient Dragon made out of mud.
What's Mr. Box gonna do?
He is. Oh, that's not Mr. Mud. That's a method, but a mud method. So.
I want to throw out there. I hate that Cloud was right because I went to go Google mud dragons and the first thing was mud dragon Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, of course. It's with every weird monster you come up, it's always first Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
He doesn't really want to bite these creatures because they don't seem tasty. So he is gonna do the same thing again and try to capture one. So, dex save. This time he succeeds, so this one gets restrained and kind of like similar to how Teak was once stuck. This one is now also stuck to. I'm gonna do it with the snail.
Okay.
To Mr. Box. And then it's the Null's turn, who have now noticed that Fluke is coming at them. So they're gonna shoot at you. That's how they work.
Yeah.
So
That's how it goes sometimes.
3 attacks against Fluke. That's a 21, that's a 13, and that's a natural 20.
Fuck, well, the 13 misses.
So one arrow misses you, another one hits you, or like scrapes by you, and you take 4 points of piercing damage. And the last one hits you like full on, like somewhere on your lower stomach, and you take 11 points of piercing damage from that one.
Oh, Karoo. Okay, that's...
But that is their full turn, so then it's Thargrak's turn.
7, so...
And from what he understood from your conversation, he is just gonna make a dash for it that way.
I'll be here in a few rounds.
Yep.
He has 80 feet of movement when he dashes, so...
If Chonkers is allowed to dash, he's got 80 fly, and then I've got, I think, 70 run. Oh no, do I not have 80? Or,
No,
yeah.
you only got 35.
I will every so often just be a little bit behind. That's okay.
Okay, how am I gonna do
I just
this?
hope that your little legs aren't as fast as Big Minotaur charge.
Let's see.
will be
Because
soon.
I know.
those are... Oh wait, they are...
You can step of a wind, bonus action dash.
That would require a key point, and I'm gonna save my key.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But you could.
You're
so
correct.
when you get 35 feet behind.
So neither the spiders nor the gnolls can keep up with you. So just to finish this like quadrant off real quick, I'm gonna have the gnolls make 2 spear attacks one against both of you as like their final anger thing, and then the 2 of you have made out of there. It's a 17 against Thargarek, and then against Ezray. Another natural 20.
Sweet.
You take 11 points of piercing damage as you get hit in your back as you are running.
Is that a projectile?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Well, now hold on.
Oh, right, that's true.
Bap. So reduce it by 13 plus 5 plus 4, so 22. Reduce that. What was the damage?
Well, then with the 13 you already had it, but
Okay. I catch the spear and I keep running. That spear replaces the 2 arrows I lost. Thank you.
that's fair. Okay, because then I will at least keep the creatures out of the initiative, and we'll put the 2 of you, or 3 of you, I should say, up here so that we know that you're gone from there.
Yeah. And someone was saying what a bit, so I'm like, it's simple. This. Deflect missiles.
Yeah. 3 plus 5.
1d10, not 1d20.
Oh, did I roll a d20? Oops.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Hold on.
Oh, you
do
rolled
that all
13.
over, guys.
That's
So,
7
still,
Wait.
plus your monk level plus your dexterity, right? Yeah.
yeah, which is 9 plus 7. It would be 16.
Yeah, so you still have it.
Okay, yeah. Nothing changes. Just, I'll take that. Thank you for your natural 20. You got it right into my hand.
Those are all dashing, so then Teak, your turn.
Yeah. So first thing, the little llama is again squeakily going to go towards the gnolls over
Okay.
here. For its full movement. And at the same time, Teak will turn around to this guy over here, and she'll like fling out like a little wooden sort of. It kind of seems like a little wooden raven, and as she flings it out, it suddenly starts flying. And it grows a bit, and it makes like a big turn, and it tries to land on the shoulder of the creature in front of her. And let's see if that works. That's a 23 to hit.
A 23 will definitely hit.
All right, then it will take 11 point. Oh no, that's not possible. There's 1d8 necrotic damage.
It's 2d8 because you're level 5.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
if you didn't multi-class, you're level 5, you get
That's
2d8
freaking
cantrips.
rad.
That's even
why,
it's
yeah.
even if you multi-class. That's just only level based.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. True.
So 11
Forgot
points
about
of
that.
necrotic damage as soon as the raven.
And
like,
this one was already almost dead. So this one is as soon as like the raven like slightly touches it, it just falls apart into hardened mud. And then it's Fluke's turn, unless you want to do something else. My apologies.
Teak will use the rest of her movement to back a bit more up. So I'd say goes towards over here.
Okay.
Also, should Fluke be able to know if this llama next to him should be
Is?
worried about it anyway?
You've seen yeah, you've seen it before.
You just
I've
haven't
seen that
the
one.
unicorn version of it. But
Is that the one that does flamethrower or the one that does force damage?
This is the flamethrower.
Ah.
This is also for because I saw you measure it, Flip. They don't actually connect on the thing here because we're about 300 feet away.
I've realized.
You have 220 still to go.
Yep. Might be.
Fluke, your turn.
Okay, well, knowing this thing, He is first going to walk 10 feet up and say hello to this man.
He does not say hello back.
Hello.
No, he'll literally go to that. He'll just like flourish his blade, just like, hello. Snarls, and then. Boop.
Hello.
A 17 will definitely hit.
Thing you're looking for.
Right.
Okay, that's 10.
13.
23
With
slash.
23, you just say hello, and your blade appears and disappears, and the gnoll falls down. As it is dead.
Yeah,
Hello?
he'll just kind of flourish the blade, use his dagger to kind of trim off the arrow so we can get it out later, but so it's not in the way. Walk over to this one with his bow out and just being like, hello. And it won't do a lot, but he'll do an offhand attack.
Hello again. Is it still me you're looking for?
Hello. Yes, it is.
20 will hit.
And that's max damage.
And as you slash its arm, it kind of looks terrified at what just happened, and it starts grabbing its spear instead of its bow, or starts dropping its bow and grabbing its spear. Azray, you are dashing.
Yup.
So then it's the Mephit's turn.
Oh.
Who are surrounding Hephe right now, and that's exactly the type of situation they like, so they're gonna do the thing. And just punch a centaur.
Oh.
That's 1, natural 1, that's a 14. That's a natural 2. That's a 13.
All those miss.
Oh, 30.
A 13.
Okay.
They hit you in your armor, and 2 of them are just like straight up hitting the air. It's starting to look kind of pathetic. As it is your turn, Hephe.
And thus, I did not waste using a second level spell on this encounter when I can just say,
Hell.
health.
Lucky today.
That one. So that is a 1. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a fail. And that's a natural 1. So all of them fail.
Many of them alive still.
All of them are still alive.
Heck yeah. But as soon as a stiff wind comes through here, they're all just gonna fall over and die.
They are indeed very, very close to death, but they are all still alive.
Yeah, that's the problem with AoE. You either kill them all or you kill them none.
That's true. Decorm, are you still running ahead?
Yeah, at least 30 feet, and maybe depending on if you see something, things will change. But
Okay. I'd like you to make a perception check.
well, I don't.
I can't see.
I'm too self-absorbed to figure out.
Oh, you can't
Oh!
With
None of us expected that.
It is 16 in the distance. You see 2 creatures running, and I'll even say you see 1 creature flying. They are, I'm gonna say, about 100 feet still in front of you. But you see Azray and all of them running towards your left.
So off to our right, we're just like, Decorm, maybe.
They would also be on your left, I think. Because you would be running like that way.
Running here or running there?
Yeah, so the distances don't fit on the screen, but the Decorm would be like running from this position, like so.
Yep.
And you would be running that way, but you'll be about 100 feet
Oh,
away
no,
from
he's
each other.
off to our left, and we're in
Yeah.
front of him. I see what you mean. I misunderstood.
Well, he'll run. See a Minotaur boy.
Oh, God.
He'll run here.
Okay, so you're following
And
them.
scream, hey guys!
Yep, you're still about, even with the
Yeah.
dash, I think you're still about 70 feet off, right? Because you
Yeah.
said 100 earlier.
They are still about 70 feet away, and they're also going faster than you, but they are easy to follow.
Okay.
You see Asri in the middle a little bit, like, running slower than them. Son of a bitch! Why's my cat faster than me? Wow.
You
Then-
owned a cat?
It's Mr.
Yes.
Box's turn, who is just also gonna trap the other one next to him. So it's another dex for them. Also
I'm just
fails.
gonna say, you guys know what I got this level that I still don't remember that I got this level?
Yep.
Yeah, fucking uncanny dodge. Gotta remember
Yup.
that next time.
Yup.
So
Well,
Mr. Box
that
is,
could have been a 5.
has now 2 of them captured, as it is the Null's turn around Fluke. The one with the spear is gonna take a stab at you, and the other one is actually gonna take a couple steps back and shoot at you with his bow. So first the spear attack. That's a natural 1. I'm gonna say his spear breaks as he hits the ground in front of you.
Can he thrust it at me? I just cut it off.
He's trying to stab you. He hits the ground and like the spear breaks and he like just jams the back end of the stick part further in the ground. Then the second, the longbow attack. That's a 16, which I think misses.
It does, barely. Thank you, leather padded studded leather.
So yeah, he hits you on your armor, but you feel the thunk, but no damage is done. As Thargarek is sprinting, well, I'll actually give him a perception check to see if he sees Decorm. And Ezra, you notice him slowing down, and he starts pointing towards where Decorm is coming from.
I'll give a quick wave to Decorum as I've got a spear in one hand and with the spear in that hand because I've still got my bow in my other.
Then our Cat Overlord is flying. Teak, your turn.
He will actually
Oh.
go straight up instead to see if he can see anything about where our friends are.
Okay, make a perception check for your cat.
Come to me, Lord Jonkers.
Jonkers can't see in the ethereal realm, right?
He cannot, no.
Technically,
But-
we all can, because monocle.
Yeah,
yeah,
but that makes a difference between yeah, because with an 18 then he'll still only see mist around the. You will see treetops and mist basically.
Okay. And then yeah, he doesn't dash, but he still took his 40 up. So
Okay, so then Teak, your turn.
Alright. So the llama will finally make the last of his way towards its target, and it stopped like right in front of this knoll over here. And like first like the unicorn thing starts glowing, and also the like in the opened mouth of the llama it also starts glowing. And at a certain moment, like the glow from the horn just shifts towards the mouth, and out comes like at first, for people who can see it, at first it was like a reddish orange kind of flame. Now it's more like a yellowish kind of flame that just bursts out, and it's like a bit bigger as well. As Larry the llama is gonna do its thing. And
I'm really now imagining the clever girl scene from Jurassic Park. As he just shot as an arrow at Fluke, and then suddenly this llama's next to him.
So I think this works. Yeah.
Is the
So,
DC 10 saving throw?
No, it's not DC 10. It's my spell DC, which is 16.
Okay.
But it is a dexterity saving.
Dex saving throw.
Exactly
That's exactly a 16.
Ah, damn. Okay.
So that's, I imagine, still half damage?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
that's...
I'm gonna check.
Should be half damage.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half as much. Yeah.
So he managed to, just in time, dodge out of the way, but still get scorched a lot as he takes some fire damage.
Alright. And at the same time, on the other side of the battlefield, Teak is taking out her slingshot, and she shouts out to the rest of the people who are there. You guys, last time I was so excited, I completely forgot I got this. And then she loads like a magic marble and she shoots it towards this guy, I reckon, over here.
Okay.
Love you, Flap. Love you. So that's 30 feet, so I believe that can just roll a straight thing. Yeah, my range, like the first range is 30 feet.
Okay, so 30 feet, you should be able to reach the one of the first one.
Yeah, that was the one I wanted to reach.
Yep.
Okay, so whoop, there we go.
17 will hit. Yep.
All right. Go. No, sorry, this isn't right. Now I need to use the magic marble stuff. That's a 1d6 plus 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my spellcasting modifier. 11.
Wait, your spellcasting modifier, I think it's usually it's your ability score that gets added.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Spellcasting ability modifier. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it's your intelligence only. Okay, that makes
5.
more sense, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. So that's 8.
Okay, it was, either way it was enough, but with that you blast this one and it goes straight through its head. As this one also dissipates and hardens at the same time.
Alright.
That's your turn?
I'd say...
Oh, actually, because I forgot, make a perception check on the start of your turn.
Okay. Sorry, wrong one. My perception is a 1 instead of a +5.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll again, or?
We can just go with the 12. It doesn't matter much. You notice around you a couple of like very thin pits, as it were, and that makes it kind of funny that you rolled a nature check accidentally. So I'll just say that you recognize them as traps made by certain kinds of snakes that will jump out of those places if you get too close to it.
Okay.
And
Call in nature.
So
you notice them there, and there, and there.
Okay, so especially after seeing this, Zeke will take a couple of steps back towards the group. So we over here, and that's gonna be the end of our turn.
Okay, then Fluke, your turn.
Gonna look at this Knoll who freaking broke his spear in front of me, just like, wow, really, man? Really embarrassing.
You must be so
Stick
embarrassed
aside.
right now.
Gotta kick the stick aside so we can get a nice, good shot and stab his rapier into him.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Plus is not gonna help in that one.
So you're making fun about a nat 1 while I get a nat 1.
As you are like trash talking him, you try to get the spear out of the way, but it's too stuck in there. You can't get it out, and you don't even manage kind of to make your attack as you're at the moment suddenly distracted by this piece of wood.
But he'll forget about his sword real quick, and then he'll just bring out his dagger.
Yeah.
Like, no one will ever know if this one dies.
Oh my god!
And as you grab your dagger, your hands are slippery, and you just throw it somewhere behind you accidentally.
No one can ever know. Slips out of his hand. How did this happen to me?
Luke's gonna be like,
please.
"You are an unlucky bastard. You're rubbing off on me. Fuck."
Luke's just backing up like, whoa, bro. Take the luck back. I want. Whoa.
Okay, well, his magic weapons are currently not something he has, but he has other things, so he'll just stand there for now, just like, I'm gonna fucking murder you for that.
This is all your fault. Ezra!
Well, I mean, considering it just fucked up royally in front of him, and then he fucked up twice, yeah, he's blaming this fucker.
Okay.
As you're running, you see Thargarek pointing out Decorm, who is like following you. He's a bit behind the two of you.
Okay. I'm gonna ask something real quick before I just decide this is what I was gonna do, because this is what I was originally gonna do. Is I was going to, because the reason I'm gonna go up to see if I could get an eye on them and look through Cat's eyes to fire my longbow, because technically speaking, that has a range of 600 feet at disadvantage, 150 at regular.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna see if I was within the 150 feet range to try to pop off of a shot.
I'm gonna say because you're still in a forest and there are trees and a lot of mist everywhere, so your range is gonna have to take with a bit of a grain of salt at this point in this
Just wanted to
situation.
make
Say,
sure. Yeah, that's why I just want to make sure. That's why I wanted to double check before I make sure I just, because I was going to be like, I fire my longbow at disadvantage, and be like, well, let's make sure that's even a possibility. In that case, no. She will dash then in order to at least keep pace and be the midway point between Thargrak's charge and where Decorum is.
okay,
And that'll be it.
okay. Then it's the Mud Mephit's turn. Who, at this point, well, two of them literally can't do anything else because they can. Oh wait, they could attack Mr. Box, of course.
Box.
But they also have a tactic, and they are gonna keep with it. So they are gonna keep attacking at Hephe.
I like it.
That's a 14. It's also 14.
Nope.
It's an 11.
Why so quiet?
That's a what?
11.
Nope.
Okay, so they are stomping at you, and you hear kind of tunk, 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 tunk as it hits your armor. As it's Hefe's turn.
Health.
Unless they save, I
Ooh.
think it'll still do it.
Hopefully.
Let's see. That is number 1, number 2, and number 3. It's, again, all fails. They haven't a that bad constitution. They just can't roll above a 14 apparently. That's 4. Then I think the one below you dies. The other one are just barely still holding on.
Arrgh, these dice rolls. Past turn.
Okay.
4, 2,
Decorum.
6, I see.
You see in front of you Ezra kind of walking between you and Thargarek, who are all sprinting towards the left of you.
I'll try and get as close to Ezra as possible.
Okay. Yes, Ezra is also still running. You just keep chasing, so... Then Mr. Box is... He's not gonna do anything, I think. He is just gonna keep holding the one... He actually will shake the one that he's holding and says to Hephe, this one's still moving. And then it's an ulster. So, this gnoll just broke his spear. Dropped his longbow, so his only option is to bite at Fluke. So that's what he's gonna do.
Might run.
That's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
This misses. The other one is actually also gonna drop its bow and make a spear attack against the llama.
Oh, the cannon's actually getting attacked.
I don't know how that works actually. Oh well, he rolls a natural one either way, so it doesn't matter. He misses the llama.
See, these freaking gnolls are bad luck.
Now let's see if you get 2
Thargarek.
misses again, let alone 2 nat 1s.
At this
We'll
point,
see.
since we're at
Plus,
the
it's supposed to fix that. But
top
it's
of
not.
the order again, Teak, yeah, all 3 of you, Teak, Fluke, and Hephe make perception checks. As Thargarek at this point is 60 feet away from you.
Hey.
Damn,
Oh, I was
10.
hoping you got
And
a 10.
Okay, it would have been funny.
I've been surrounded.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah, Hephe is paying too much attention to the surrounding. They also making a little bit of like this sloppy, like wet towel noise. But Fluke and Teak, the both you hear at least something coming sprinting at you, and if you look towards it, you notice that it's Thargarek, followed by 2 figures. One looks suspiciously like Decorm, the other one looks suspiciously like Ezra.
Not normally like us though.
No,
Suspicious.
suspiciously. Then Mr. Cat's turn.
He will start descending at like an angle to where eventually he will reunite with Asri.
Okay, let me quickly look. That's 60 feet, so where are you? Oh, there you are. You'd be around there. Decorm would be around there. I'm not sure if these are the actual where they would be, but I'm just gonna put you right there. And now we'll
This
say
is
that
what the
the
game says.
sides connect.
Now we connect. And that's
Then-
the turn.
It's Teak's turn.
Right, so seeing those people, Teak will yell at them. Watch the grounds! They're
Snakes.
dangerous! And at the same time, she'll load up another magic marble. And these 2 are still standing, right? This one.
Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah, one of them is being held by Mr. Box, the other one is... well, they're both just barely still flying.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna try to attack the one that isn't held by Mr. Box.
Okay.
So I guess that's this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be 20 to hit.
That hits.
So that's again. I know. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one.
I mean, he only has 1 HP, but make you roll. With that, the the last one of the methods is also dead. Hephe, at this point, you're getting very splattered with dried up mud.
I'm used to the swamp.
That's fair. As it is Fluke's turn.
No, not yet. I
Oh,
still
sorry,
got
my
bonus.
apologies. Go ahead.
The llama just got hit by a spear, and it didn't really.
He got missed by a spear.
A spear broke against it and did no damage.
Yeah. More or less. Like
Still mad.
the llama actually has like a higher armor class than I do.
That's hilarious.
So like, I reckon the Nold tries to jam its spear in towards the llama, and then it just starts glowing up again, and it just
That was
spouts,
the mouth.
it just spouts another flame towards him.
Okay.
So that will be again. There we go. And again, a DC of 16, I believe.
16. Okay, he rolled a 4, so he doesn't make it, I think.
All right. So that's
16. That is okay. With that, it's the knoll is just burnt to a crisp. Like it's still recognizable as a knoll, but like all its fur has been burned, so it's just barely recognizable by because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Luke's turn, I think.
Okay. So he'll reach on his back and pull out one of his trusty short swords, being like glaring at this thing like...
You still have the fortune's favor.
Oh, I still have it?
Yeah, you just missed with it.
Yeah, that was
Good,
you
okay.
thematically said you dropped it and pulled out your other sword, but I mean, that's on you, man.
Yeah, sorry, yeah,
I
my
said it was in the spear, so I thought it was not...
No, my description was that you were like too focused on like removing the spear that you
Yeah, I just cut
that-
him with the other dagger. That's the thing I lost, I guess.
yeah, the dagger like flew out of your hand and landed somewhere behind you.
Yeah, that one's the
Okay.
one that got slippery.
Well, I'm gonna try and see how this goes. Better, please.
16 hits.
Okay.
10.
Know where this is going.
There's usually another roll. Yep. And with that,
22.
as the knoll starts like looking for itself, if it has more weapons, you take that opportunity and stab it through its face, and it stops moving.
He will wipe off he will just kind of cut the sword to the side, gets on the blood off of it, and then he will walk backwards looking for his little dagger, his little flashbang.
But make an investigation check for your bonus action.
Okay. Amazing at that, but I'm not horrible. Oh no, I actually have I have investment in that. Yeah.
The 13, it kind of has sunken down a little bit in the mud, but you find it. It's a bit dirty, but you know, it's in this
Just like-
location, everything is a little bit dirty.
Yep. And now they're all everything around him is currently dead.
Okay, then it's Ezra's turn. As you come running, Teek said something about the ground being dangerous, and you see something flying around Hephe. But other than that, doesn't seem too bad a situation.
And you said it's 60 feet away from Heavy, or is this you said accurate where I am now?
Yeah, at this point I'm going to say it's accurate where you are now.
All right, so it is 80 feet away. I'm going to
Kill steal a motherfucker.
I might just wanna what's his name? Fucking Brad Pitt played him. Achilles of Sparta this and just launch a spear at this motherfucker as I'm running. Just BAM!
Is there a difference for you between one-handed or ranged? Don't think it is.
It
but-
was supposed to be at disadvantage because it's the beyond.
Too far,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what that was, but
Yeah, but because it says one-handed specifically, so is there a difference for you?
oh, there isn't. No, I don't.
Okay.
That's just because when I dropped it in and drag and dropped, I just clicked it. They're literally the same.
Then 16 hits. And with 9 piercing damage, Hephe, as you get ready to say health again, a spear just lands right through it and hits the ground under it, and you're covered under more dirt.
NBD.
And then continues with her
And
35
yeah,
movement.
with that, yeah, I'm gonna say with that you're out of initiative.
Cool.
What are the snake things?
Something we're avoiding.
Yeah, they are. Teak recognized them as like a type of snake that kind of set traps, waits for someone to step on them, and then like grab them.
Can I make like a perception or an investigation check to see if I can find more of those?
Sure. Make a survival or perception check. I'm gonna say.
Okay, doesn't really matter.
Imagine Decorm and
Ooh.
also
You
Lander.
mentioned them, right, Teak?
Yeah.
I'll help you with that survival.
I would
I'm
like
used
to
to the swamp. Oh, not much
retrieve
better.
victory spear.
With a 14 survival, you don't find any more. I'm gonna say Teak, both Teak and Hephe make a nature check, and I'm gonna say Hephe with the 14 survival. You find it odd that these type of snakes are normally very solitary, and now they are quite close, living together. You know that that's not normal for them.
Huh.
And I'd love both you to make a nature check.
Well, can I just help her with her nature?
No, this would be separate.
Okay.
Think about it. Okay. Teak, as you start thinking about the creatures or the snakes again, you remember that they normally live in these very dry, mesa areas.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very much not their natural territory.
Yeah.
They live in dry mesa areas, Detweiler.
Yep.
I share this information with the rest of the group.
I mean, it just sounds like life found a way. And we should find a way to get to the hags. And I start walking along the
Wait,
path.
Hephe, hold on. One moment. Do you know which way the hags are at this point?
Does the monocle help illuminate a trail?
Make a perception check.
The Azri's wearing
Also-
one as well.
I doubt they have much, but can I see if these gnolls have anything worthwhile on them?
A lot of broken spears, apparently.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Okay. Okay, with 24 you already make it, but if anyone else also wants to make the perception check.
Oh, it's not disadvantage.
Busy back
Also
here.
24, so... I was actually going to say that with your catch you could have advantage. So Hephe and Ezra, both of you notice when you look around you don't see anything, but at one point you look up and you see in the sky this like trail of glitter going around that it makes a very weird path, and at some points it does seem like you could kind of cut through them, but at points where you get at such a point there's always like either a lake or something that's in the way that you can move through there.
All right. First things first. Who else has got rope? Azri starts pulling out some
Okay,
rope.
no, before that, we're gonna end the session right here because it is
Okay.
almost 1 a.m.
Okay.
I didn't realize. My
Before
bad.
then, Fluke, what's your HP? You need healing.
I haven't lost a lot, but he would definitely appreciate you making sure he doesn't bleed out when he tugs this arrow out of him.
Do you want a healing word is what I'm getting at.
I don't think
Yes.
it's necessary.
Okay. Then no healing word.
On that note, bye stream.
Bye, stream!